because we have been blabbing for about 30 minutes, which is still fine. It's just I'm not so much of a just chatting streamer. If I have shit to chat about, like, sure, but after a while it's like I cannot just stop, like I can't just listen to myself for that long. Also, there was something I just, like, I didn't really do much of a shout out shit on Discord, but I had a thought, like I have some spending money. And I was thinking if I am gonna buy some card packs and open up on stream. If that was a good idea. Because I don't know if people enjoy watching that or not, that's the thing. Personally, I just like to do it sometimes. I said I might not do Pokemon. It depends on, because I have checked some of the Pokemons, like, the boxes are fucking expensive. Like, they're about like, oh, hold on. I'm gonna check something. There we go. Okay, so there we have Pokemon. That's one. Digimon. I don't know why. I actually kind of like the Digimon card game to open up now and then. I kind of want to get the Hololive one just because, but it doesn't come out for except next one. At least you could do a segment of 20-ish minutes of that and then switch to regular stream. I could do something like that, yeah. Because I thought of that, doing something like that perhaps as like the special stream, because I am gonna have a special stream at some point where I am celebrating both my birthday and 500 followers. I don't know fully yet when. It's not like I'm like have no problems with planning and shit now. It is just that I did order some emotes before I hit 500 because I thought it was gonna take some while. And then it didn't take a while, and well, the friend that I basically contacted about the emotes did say it might take at least 2 months or something before they could do it. It has gone around 2 months. So I was gonna ask, but I think they've turned off people who are not friends with them to chat with them. So I'm gonna see if I can somehow actually get a hold on them. It's kind of easy for me to get a hold on them because I do watch their streams and shit. And they do know who I am, it's just I can't really talk to them right now. But yeah, okay, so as I talked about with just card games before we continue this, the gameplay here. So if I just go with, okay, Pokemon Booster. Pokemon Booster display. Okay, so let's just take a normal one, not like a fully as fancy thing here. So what I'm saying is there is one thing called which is fancy, which is like Journey Together Enhanced Booster. That is like 3,000. And apparently you get a promo card with it, but still, that's 3,000. Still kind of feel like getting it just because. But then we take like the normal ones, like a little Paradox Rift or Temporal Forces. That's 2,000. We go over to Digimon. Boost. Okay, so wait, how many boosters do they have? They have 36 at the same time. They have 36 boosters and a promo card, 3,000. Or 36 boosters, normal, 2,000. And then you go over to Digimon. Sure, it doesn't have 36 boosters, but they have 24 boosters. And that's 1,000. That is basically 1,000 kroner cheaper. And then it goes between like 1,200, 1,100, but it's still like around 1,000, which is fair. It is a booster display. It is a pack of boosters. Then Shadowverse, 12 boosters, not that many, 700. Fair enough. 16 in one, but that's 900, so that's not like too bad anyway. Well, Hololive is another question completely. That is basically 900 as well. So I would say like Pokemon for some reason is like hella fucking expensive now. So I think I might just skip doing Pokemon altogether if I ever open any booster packs. And do the other ones. Might just check Final Fantasy. Do they have Final Fantasy? Give me a second. No, there, card games. Do they have Final Fantasy? They have Gundam. Oh yeah, they have Final Fantasy. Grand Archive, Keyforge, Lord of the Rings, Tarot. Ooh, what sort of tarots do they have? Do they have a nice looking tarot? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you just met Gourmet now. You've just met Gourmet now, yeah, fair enough. Oh, damn, apparently the Hidden Legends, which is the Final Fantasy one I bought recently, is out. There are no more of them. But that is 1,500 for 36 boosters. That is still cheaper than Pokemon. And it's still the same amount in that pack. What the fuck? But yeah, she is... yes. She is definitely defying gravity with that one. With those ones. And we have one of the detectives dead now. The Mystic died in the trap room. I'm gonna try and on the weekend go back and actually edit my videos again and upload them to YouTube. Because I feel like doing that while working and streaming, that I'm not gonna do. But I'm gonna do it on weekend when I have time, like I used to. You probably shouldn't tell her while she's in such a fragile emotional state. Yeah, so everyone here has different names because they're not allowed to give their name out. Because they're detectives. What if they like know their families and shit like that? So we're all called something. Yeah, you can see my name. That's because I'm really new. I have no name and I have no real skill. So there was a girl here called Downtown Detective that named us incompetent detective. Not for the whole goddamn thing, but mostly you have no name right now. I will call you this. What was our special skill? Oh, housework. Our special skill is housework. But yeah, so we have Ideal Detective, which is dead. We are haunted by her ghost. Renegade Detective, who apparently killed his family. And now he's a detective because he is closest to every psycho out there of all the detectives. Posh, well, she's posh. She's basically just a posh detective. We have Mystic, which is dead now. Gourmet, which, yeah, we've seen some of her. Unfortunately, we cannot see a full screen of her. I was actually checking if I could or could not, but no. Workaholic, Dolfo, Techie. You can more or less understand like what they like to do or what they're good at. Bookworm Detective. I feel so bad for her. She is one of my favorites for the reason of she always narrates herself. She always, whenever she speaks, narrates what she does and what she says. But why I am so like, feel so bad for her now is that Mystic here basically adopted her after her family got killed in some sort of murder spree or something like that. And now he is dead. Not only that, she has photographic memory. So she will be able to remember every goddamn detail. Then we have Downtown, and Armor, and Bradley. Then we have Senior, but he is also dead. He was the one that basically called us in. Technically Ideal called us in, but Ideal called us in. And the other one basically just got us. Best to stay quiet until we gather the fine evidence. Even so, all of us have an alibi aside from her. This case only gets stranger and stranger. I'm glad there's a voice acting as well, because that means I don't need to read everything. Which also is a bad thing, because that means I just sometimes sit quiet, which is not a good idea. Ooh. I hate Renegade the most, but just because of his weird ass jokes, like for example Stranglos in the beginning of the game.
つまりね。こ
Yeah.
の事件の犯人、透明人間は監視カメラを自らのト
Yeah,
リッ
camera
ク
blind
にし
spot.
よ
It
うと
wouldn't
したと考
surprise me. We only
え
had
る
a
べき
certain
なん
amount.
だよ。
But a certain amount is how
ま
many
さか
extra
抑止力となるは
phones
ずだった
downtown
監視カメ
have.
ラが犯
Not
行
even
に使わ
joking.
れるなんて皮肉だよね。がっくん大丈夫？傷ついてないか？
You see what I mean? Like his joke is like very
監視カメ
nasty
ラを
sometimes.
作ったせいで
Ooh, damn. Don't want to do that. Yep. Shit.
そうだよ。君のおかげで犯人は正
I'm
体を
trying to
ば
like...
らさずに魔界探偵。君には
There you go. Yeah, it has automatic, but sometimes it doesn't want to turn off. Then it slowly saunters towards Techie. His face is full of malice. It's hard to believe he's truly the detective committed to justice. The culprit was able to off Mystic without revealing themselves, all thanks to you and your inventions. Or, no, your dear little friends. They got talent, and Mystic Detective died because of it. Jesus, yeah, so that's why I kinda hate him. He is a detective as well, but he's like really fucking annoying. I was gonna move
仲
myself
間を
over
い
a
じめ
bit.
てんじゃねえぞこら。科学君は悪くないよ。機動探偵の言うことなんて真に受けちゃダメだ。そうだぜ。お前がいいやつだっての
I
は
like
み
the
んな
art
分
style
かっ
of
てるんだ。
this game though.
俺たちで力を合
They're
わせ
really
て
like well
透明人
drawn
間
to
の
be
野郎を
honest.
ぶっ捕まえてやろうぜ。
Also, I am curious how the hell, if it ever was in real life, how she managed to have her hair like that. Cause anime. Yes, but if it like in real life, like how would that even be possible? Like I'm curious if it like I know it's not possible at all, except for like fucking gallons of hair gel, but still. He wipes his tear with the sleeve of his coat and put on a dignified expression. Begins moving towards the living room
あり
door.
がとうございます。ですが、僕の作った監視カメラがこの事件を引き起こしたことは
But
事
the
実
camera
です。
didn't have that to happen. A ton of hairspray had that as
制
well.
作者の責任として、
Like the cameras wasn't the reason. It was just that we couldn't see anything because they
また
used
事件を
blind
解き明か
spots.
した後に、このリビングでお会いしましょう。
With that, Teki exits the room. As worried as I am, he's overflowing with determination. It wouldn't be in my place to stop him.
面白くなってきたね。
何笑ってんだてめえ。次にあんなふざけた真似したらぶん殴るぞ。どうして科学君にあんなことを言ったんだよ。彼
What
を
about the
傷つけて
cameras?
お前に
Anything
何の
you
得があ
use
るん
to
だ。
help can be used against you. If they use dogs, they could
傷
still have
つける
done
なんて
murder.
とんでも
Yeah,
ない。むしろ得があるのはがっくん自身だろ。
you're absolutely true about that. The only thing is, this is Renegade. He likes doing shit like this. So, yeah, like, we can see stuff in their rooms.
彼は俺に
But there are some places we can't see in the
自
rooms.
身の発明が人死にを招きうると学んだ。がっくんはもっと素晴らしい探偵に成長するに。
So this is basically just how Renegade works, and I really hate him, to be honest. He's not as bad as the people from like Digimon Survive, but still like he's the lowest of the ones here.
探偵はいや探偵こそが命の重みをもっと体感すべきなんだ。俺も君たちももっともっと感じていこう。命ってやつをさ。
ああ、そうかよ。じゃあまずはてめえを半殺しにして命とやらを感じることにするぜ。
That is a way of explaining it.
仲間同士で喧嘩はの。
That was a way to translate what he just said. I hope he's not a murderer. And is the next one on the chopping block? Yeah, probably. I did see like like when we watched the intro of this game, after we were done like with prologue, like there was a lot of like screenshots of the game. I'm not gonna lie, there was a screenshot about like me with the reddest damn eyes and the scariest ass face towards him, so I have no idea what's gonna happen. I feel like Gourmet for some reason is like the mother of all of them right now. Gourmet stops Rowdy as she prepares to launch at the Renegade. I would got him do the same. I would launch at him. There's no mistake, Rowdy is out for blood. It's a good thing Gourmet is here.
羽さん話してくれ。俺の勘が下道の野郎は放っておいちゃやべえって言ってんだ。
大切な戦力を削る気？私たちはこれから全員で魔界ちゃんを殺した犯人を見つけ出さなきゃならないのよ。それに
Apparently,
下道ちゃ
her
んの言葉にも
special
一理ある
skill
わ。
is a broad palette, I think it was called or something.
悪意ある人間を
Apparently,
つけ込
she's
む隙を許
capable
し
of
ちゃうこと
tasting
はいくら
poisons
で
as
もある
well.
の。
For some reason, she's used to poisons. Like
さすが美
anything
食ちゃん
you can eat or
俺の言いたかったこ
consume.
とを端的にまとめてくれた
And that is why she's called gourmet. It's ridiculous.
あなたは言い方がまずすぎるの。いくら栄養たっぷりの料理でも見た目がひどかったら誰も食べてくれないのよ。言葉も料理も見栄えが大切だって
I'm
こ
not
とを
gonna lie,
忘
but
れ
the
ない
shit
で
on her
ね。
face, it looks like it's on my goddamn screen.
そいつは失敬
I kinda want to just like
肝に銘じておく
clean it off. Her freckles there, or birthmarks basically. They're in such a way that is like, it looks like it's just dirt on my screen. Renegade hums to himself as he exits the room. I'm positive that didn't really resonate with him. He's as unsettling as ever, yeah, I know.
すまねえ姉さん。確かにムカつく野郎だが、今は透明人間を見つけ出すことの方が先決だよな。
The
頭を
question
切
is
り
if
替
that's the
え
same
て
person
捜
who
査
killed
に
the
集中
first
す
one
る
as
ことに
well.
するぜ。
Because one of us, we believe, is the quartering
So no
dude, which is
ikiyo?
basically the
透明
King
人
of
間が
killers.
相当に頭の切れる人物なのは間違いないわ。私たちも全力で挑まなきゃね。
Having said her piece, Gourmet leaves the room with Rowdy in tow.
社畜さん、今回の事件に下道探偵は無関係なのかな。
Everyone is just hoping.
今回はほぼ全員にアリバイがあるから何も言えないというのが正直なところだね。それに気になるのは魔界さんが見つけたという隠し通路のことだ。犯行のタイミ
Yeah,
ング
Mystic
から考え
told
れば
us to
今
meet
回の
him
事件の目
here,
的は
and then we
隠
watched
し
the
通路を
camera and
私
saw
たち
him
に周
die.
知させないことだろう。
Well, we saw him
So-
pass out, and then the
So my
spikes from the
opinion,
floor happened.
僕らをこのまま洋館に留めたいってこと？
わざわざ冷蔵庫の食料を潰したことを考えると、このまま餓死することを狙っているのかな。でも
Also,
そ
if
れに
it's
しては
one of us as the courting dude, like, why do all the shit to
仕掛けてくるのが遅すぎる。
trap
冷
us
蔵庫の中身
inside
の
the
処分なら
house?
ローシさ
Because
ん
they're
の殺害
with
時に
us
済
right
ませて
now.
おけばいいのだからね。
The killer hadn't troubled us much to the point of where it been concerning. Why empty the fridge now, and then there is this still hidden passage? It's a game. Yeah, I know. The basically game logic. It's just kind of curious that it's just is like that. But at the same time, well, like, we have played different games where like the quote-unquote evil person or the one like holding the test or game and stuff. No. Oh! Yeah, fair enough, actually. I'm like, to be honest, you saying that it's a game for the killer, that is fair, because you begin this game with him doing a live stream and you have to choose which person to die. either the one that is either a bully or no, one that is just like chilling at home or something that does something. And then you just choose one and he just explains that the other one is probably also as bad and just kills that one as well. So yeah, you are right. Like it is definitely some sort of game.
飛躍くん、これから僕たちで協力して捜査を始めませんか？そうすればきっと他の探偵たちも手を貸してくれると思うんです。
It's really kind of good light in here now because my VTuber is very expressive now. Well, not expressive, but like it can move. Also, I sit now in my chair, so I can move even more now, and I'm happy for that.
今回は単独で捜査をさせてほしいな。
Oh, you don't want to team up?
みんなにアリバイがあり、誰もが疑わしい状況だからね。万が一にも罠に引っかかる目は取り除きたいんだ。
そうですか。飛躍くんはどうかな？
僕は一人でもう一度客室の扉を調べてみるよ。きっと隠し通路の謎を解く鍵は扉の違和感にあると思うんだ。
It wouldn't surprise me if I get like teamed up with Armor. The reason for that is Armor really do like us.
犯人に狙われずに済んだかもしれない。この謎を解くことが僕の義務だと思うから。もし手がかりを見つけたら探偵デバイスで逐一報告するね。
どこに敵が潜んでいるかわからない。君たちも気をつけてくれ。
I do wonder when we go to the gameplay part of as well. Because I don't... Oh, Jesus, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Like, I don't complain about, like, the whole talking. Like, as I've said, like, the conversations and everything in this game, the dialogue is so much more better and has, like, more feeling to it. Killer is on the psychopath. Oh, yeah, definitely. It really is. Yeah, you haven't seen the death robot it has. It's like a big-ass trash can with just, like, 6 arms with just knives.
他力本願かっつーの。まあ、うちも一人じゃ何もできないから指示が欲しくて残ったんだけどね。
No, that's fair. Like downtown, what were your rank? Because everyone has a certain rank. She is rank 22. I'm a rank 100 because that I'm so goddamn new. But yeah, her special skill was social deduction, which means that she finds clues by talking to people. And because we're kinda either like splitting up or don't talk to each other, it's basically like yeah, basically she doesn't really know what to do. I first thought maybe a sociopath, but then they would probably quickly be figured out by the rest. Probably. Yeah, you're probably right there, because we have a lot of different detectives here, and everyone has their own ways of thinking. Like, sure, Rowdy and Armor, they're not the brains of this thing. Like, I can definitely tell you that. They have said to themselves. Armor is Armor. That's the only thing you can say, and, well, Rowdy is Rowdy. Just bronze. Downtown, perhaps. As I said, social deductions, and if you can't really get any clues from others, then it's not much there. Ideal could definitely find out that, like, find that stuff out, to be fair. Workaholic, perhaps. I would definitely say, like, if someone would be able to, like, figuring out by the personality, it would be Renegade. Not that they are the murderer, but, like, they would figure it out.
右も左もわからないうちらに教えてよ。
Because the main difference is that sociopaths are bad with relations. They really struggle with talking with people and having friends of any sort. Yes. And I would say Renegade would probably be the first one to notice. No, second. Ideal first. Then Renegade. And then probably the rest of them. Crap, my mind is drawing a blank. There's still a ton of things to consider, but I have no clue where to even start. I'm racking my brain, but nothing's coming together. Oh, yeah, here is Ideal, the ghost. Holmes appears at my side, smiling gently. Yes, that's her name, by the way.
事件には謎が山ほど存在する。手探りに捜査をしようとしてもうまくいかない。故に、まずは推理すべき点。
Oh, also thanks to her, we now also have a way to see the future. And it's not like a power. It is actually like Urban Myth Dissolution Center. We just see so much shit whenever we like look at something that we can understand what will actually be happening. Like for example, we used it forcefully when Armor and Rowdy was gonna go out and take on the robot. Something tells me she's dead. It might be the fact that she's partially see-through. Not sure though. Fair enough. Encouraged by Holmes, I turn to face the others, ready to touch one on the key points of this murder.
現状、この事件で解くべきポイントは3つあると思う。まずは、
yeah, this one. Because the door was open, and when it's open, the trap is off.
一人でに閉じた扉。
The other one we have already, well, we have dealt with, but we never figured out who actually was the murderer.
解き明かさないといけないよね。2つ目は、
the location of the hidden passage. Because of no.
2つ目は、
Oh, right, the location of it. We technically lied and said there was a hidden passage because we needed people to actually start working and not just like sit around. So there must be a hidden passage somewhere.
赤井さんはおそらく罠部屋の仕掛けに気づいたせいで殺された。
Plus, because there is a floor with spikes on the second floor, they did say there is like a massive gap between the floors. So it wouldn't surprise me there's a hidden passage around the floorboards or something. Neurotoxin, the placement of poison. Yeah, how it was administered. Because apparently he got poison so he couldn't move. But that wasn't what killed him. But we never saw anything other than the camera glitched out for a moment.
この3つの謎を解くために、僕らはまず監視カメラの映像をもう一度確認しよう。きっとそれがこの事件の謎を解く上で大切なことだ。
I'd love to just stand there like eyes wide open. How could you just
どう
imagine?
したの2人ともそんな固まったりして。
いやー、なんかリーダーの姿が重なっちゃってさ。
今の姿はまさしくリーダーの貫禄であったぞ。他のみんなにも見せたいくらいなのである。
いや、そんな。
The funny part is, she is actually like coaching us, but she doesn't tell us exactly what to say. I'm taken aback by their comments, but I suppose their impressions are correct, given that I'm following Holmes' directions. Following her directions and following her directions, it's like he's doing his own thing. It is just that he gets coached by her.
うちは無能先輩のことを信じるよ。何か手伝えることがあれば何でも言ってよね。
今ので改めて我の感性よりも無能殿を信じるべきだと確信した。我は無能殿の手となり足となり全力で協力するのである。
ありがとう。2人とも。
The music is really good though. I like the music. My chest tightens as I meet their hopeful gazes. I feel bad imitating Holmes, but the plan on catching mystics killer can't stop now. I got to live up to their expectations. Oh, we're gonna have an ad, by the way, in 5 minutes, everybody.
まだ少し自信は情けだったが、なかなかグッドな取りまとめだったよ。さあ、バト君、ここからが
Well, they were still taken by it, and that's still a
初
good
日に
thing.
私が教えた通り、他の探偵
They're
たち
technically
の
the
指
one
示
that
を
actually needs to, like, see that I'm doing something.
エンドシーイングで見た未来の悲劇は防げないのだからね。
わかりました。
Yeah, the thing she just mentioned is my power of seeing the future. Because apparently I can do that now. I think I could not do that before as well. It's just like with Holmes in my mind, in a sense, I have now taken over her power. But I could probably do that before, because before Holmes actually died in this game, we were capable of like getting these headaches when we were about to be in danger. Like something basically told us that don't do this. Guidance coaching is not the same as getting directions. She did not tell him what to say, she just encouraged him. Yes, exactly. Exactly. She basically just gives advice, but whatever he says and whatever he thinks of, that's his own. So like, yeah, he might sound like her, but that has nothing to do with her, to be honest now. This case will get caught on this case. While caught on camera, as twisted as it is complex. Only Posh lacks an alibi, and with each of us a suspect, our teamwork is compromised. But there's no helping it. Only I'm aware of the future tragedy that could unfold. Yes, basically everyone having a, I don't even know if it was neurotoxin, but it was something bad. Everyone just died in the hallway. The only way to stop this is to change the course of the events.
最悪の悲劇を僕の手で覆すんだ。
Oh, time to some gameplay. There's been a few streams before since we did this, but I don't mind. Like, as I said, like, the dialogue in these games keeps me going, because it's not like as I said, like, there are sometimes I don't like to like just like say shit about some games, because they're not like fully bad games. It's just nothing for me, or it was like something that was too much of. Like, the one thing that is similar to this game is basically Digimon Survive, because there was a lot of talking and sometimes some gameplay. But most of the talk there was basically small talk. Like, it didn't have any story meaning. It didn't really have much of a meaning other than like mechanic-wise of becoming their friend. But this, it keeps going because it is a story. It tells the story of the game itself, and it tells us what's happening and everything, and then it also shows how people react to it. And sometimes just having a shit ton of fun sometimes with just random ass things. For example, that Holmes can't leave further than 3 meters away from us. So it's a bit interesting to go in the showers. They managed to figure out. The manor's second floor can now be accessed. Ooh, okay. Press to display the detective overview. This allows you to highlight any detective on the floor. Oh, nice. So I can move armor. Ooh. I can move downtown. I can move myself. I mean, it is a visual novel and strategy RPG. Yes. And this is as well, but it's just like the dialogue in this game. I just feel like it at least gets going. It's like, oh, something bad happened, something good happened, something funny happened, but it's still like, it has a way of drawing in, basically. I meant this game. Yeah, I know. It is a visual novel and RPG style. As Gani said, apparently some people say this is similar, like, have the same feeling of Ace Attorney, Zero Escape, and Danganronpa, and I can kind of see that. Okay, so we can move armor. I think if we move armor here, and in space? No. Wait, what was everything? Was it? Oh, in fear. That's what it was. Because he has a 1. Jesus Christ. I have a 2. No, wait. We have an assistance of. Oh, good. Also, we have an ad break, so I'm just gonna sit here. You know what? I'm gonna go grab some crisps. I still have some crisps left, so while there is an ad, I'm just gonna move my ass a bit. I get some crisps. Well, I can still talk to you. I think I can still talk to you all, to be honest. I cannot see chat right now, but hopefully you can all hear me because I'm going to like 2 rooms away. This thing is like supposed to be capable of like handling 200 meters or something. I bought this back Sunday. I still have left because I just fill a bowl and then I just take some on a field for it. I like to eat crisps and candy now and then, but I'm not like the one that just takes my hand straight down the thing. I agree, that's just the investigation aspect of it. Any game where you have to figure out things out and choose the correct choice in dialogue will do that. Not true. That is actually true. There we go. Moving that there. Moving that down here. Taking a drink. Okay, so I'm just gonna do some math here. So this is a 18. We have... oh wait. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Like 9 there. 6, that probably didn't matter. Oh, I can clear actions. Great. Kind of fucked up something here. Yeah, no one else is really gonna do anything. Oh. So basically, Workaholic is gonna move. Gourmet Detective is gonna move. Renegade is stuck. Porsche is gonna move. So is Techie. Soulful is just gonna stay. Well, actually, I'm gonna just check the second floor. Oh shit. Oh shit, we can actually move her as well. Oh, they were on the second floor. Huh. Yes, welcome back from the ads. I was just checking around, like who I can move and stuff. Apparently, I can move Rowdy, Armor, Downtown, and then myself. So okay, I have an inference of 2. Downtown have of 2 as well, but she has an assistance of 10. Armor has an assistance of 9. So I think it's a good idea if I move over here. Because I like how this is like a... I don't know, like... as we said, tactical RPG game. But it's not like just an RPG with like, oh, battles, oh, this thing. It's like... I don't know what to say. It's a puzzle at the same time. Okay, so we're gonna move. Can you like support him? I'm trying to still remember the things. So assist. So we should be able to use assistance. To be able to actually like do this one. Because then we have 2, 12. Yeah, we have like 20 on this. Now, Rowdy, on the other hand, is moving somewhere. I think we can move them here. Do you have like what is your range of inspect? Oh yeah, we inspect. There's not one thing this game so far, at least, has done well with Renegade. Since he's so obviously and openly rude and antagonistic, it's very likely to a red herring. And if it is the killer, his great bait switch, he can look like a red herring, making people think Let's see it. Yeah, that's fair actually. I think we're done. Let's do a preliminary and see what we can do afterwards. Evidence, crooked doors. Yeah, apparently every, or mostly every bedroom door on the upper floor is crooked. Not down, not in the lower end, but the upper one. I don't know. Give me a second. Jamoke. Whoa, boost. I'm gonna search that up a bit quick. Okay, this is such a weird-ass translation. This is apparently a slang in English, which means numbskull, basically. Or it also means a cup of coffee. What? Also, this is, by the way, Google's goddamn AI. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. But like, oh, it's either just numbskull or a cup of coffee. Like, what? How is like, either you can say, I want a cup of coffee. Like, if you would do that in a slang, in a goddamn, like, I don't know where, you would either fuck around with someone and just make them mad. Well, the only thing you're asking for is coffee. The investigation has progressed. Tech detective is now... Oh, nice! As investigation proceeds, you may be able to interfere with the characters you couldn't before. The timing varies per detectives. Remember that you have them perform actions once it happened. Oh. That means I can do something now. I have Techie here. So I'm gonna do inspect and I'm gonna... Wait, didn't expect... Oh, you don't have inspect, you have analyze. Do we have anything to analyze? Oh yeah, crooked doors. Oh, brilliant. Oh, I'm so glad you did preliminary. Oh, I'm so glad for that. Nice. So now we cannot do that. So apparently, like, preliminary is like you use your turn, and then investigate. You use your round. Okay, so I'm gonna check. That thing is locked. Can I have a Jamoke? Sure, we have one of those in the back. I go get him. What? I just want a couple. Yeah, exactly. It's like, what the fuck? A door on the second floor, something about it feels off, but what? Is this, by the way, the trap room? I think it is. Okay, do we have anything down here we need to check? That's also locked. Do we have anything that is not locked? What is RT? I don't know, but we're gonna have to go to an investigation because we're done here. Evidence acquired. Bandage with dried blood. Meeting certain requirements, such as performing it well in previous chapters, resolution, will cause residual thoughts RT to appear on the map. Oh. Technically what they call it is like the same thing as idealists. RT are powerful feelings and memories that only incompetent detective can inspect. Others may acquire evidence via inspections, but are unable to read the context. Oh! Okay, sure. Broken flower vase, okay. "8 hours until annihilation." Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna move, and I'm gonna do a world, like, map-wide movement. Takes up my whole goddamn turn, but I can have incompetent up here. So that's his round.
どうかしたのか？
I'm gonna go here.
僕にご用ですか？
Ah, broken vase. Good, we can
どんな
actually
証拠
analyze
品だっ
that.
て調べ尽くします。
He's very good at analyzing things, so I'm letting him do that. Otherwise, we're gonna be. Oop,
どうされましたか？
oh, I removed it.
何か
There we go,
妙ですね。
good. Rowdy. Inspection, okay. What is your inspection? 3, it's still good though. You know what? I'm gonna go over here. This is an extra thing. It doesn't really matter what it is.
どったの？
I just do this for fun. You can do the same thing with armor. I think it is inspect.
どのあたり調べればいいわけ？
I don't fully remember how to actually get them, but it probably is. It's just like a little extra thing, and like, why not?
承知である。この辺りを探せばいいのだろう。
Okay, I can't really do much more. I'm gonna go to direct to investigate because I've already done everything everyone can do.
やはりそうか。しかし
Evidence acquired. Ransacked fridge. Yeah, I know that. Yes, analyze complete. I've discovered a trap set by the culprit. Whoa. Leave a detective in the trap when the investigation begins and it's game over. You can remove a trap by having detectives make inference on it to reduce its RP to 0. Be mindful of detectives you can't interfere with. Make sure they don't land us bait. Oh my fucking god. Hi, you can't control this bastard. Just make sure they stay alive. Huh? Yeah, keywords. It doesn't have any full meaning, it's just a little extra thing, like, why not? Oh my god. I hope you don't actually move in there. Ah, god. Oh, this is gonna be bad.
頑張るよ。
Does it inspect?
先生曰く、調査こそが探偵の基本。
Okay, you know what? Move over here. Renegade, you don't goddamn do anything bad, okay?
どったの？
We're gonna do a full-on movement with you. Wait, how can I move? Oh, don't tell me I have different depending on which area, so I can only have them down here.
どったの？
Ah, you know what? Fuck, it doesn't matter. We're gonna go over... Let's go over here. Just so we don't not in the trap. Preliminary, just so we know what we're doing. I approach the hazy image and my vision flickers. Just had a thought. Would love to see someone like spiffing breath. Or let's game it out, just break a game like this. It would be interesting because most of the times, because of these games are like rather not linear, but like the controls are very point 1, point 2, point 3. It's like you have rounds, you have things to do per round. It would be kind of difficult, but to actually see them break it, it would be absolutely interesting. Also, hello there, Badger. I hope you're having a good day today. More or less like, not how they break it, more or less like, are they capable of doing that? But I hope you're doing
飛躍
good.
君大丈夫？
I quickly reach for Dolphin as he slips on the floor. If he's surprisingly light in my arms, how much hardship has this frail body of his gone through? Send me something on Discord. Oh, give me a second.
僕操作以外でも年を
I only saw the last message you sent there. Ooh. Wait, what the fuck? Subnautica on iOS and Android. Huh. I don't think my goddamn mobile phone will be able to actually handle that shit. But that is actually pretty interesting. Oh god, that was loud. Huh. That is neat though. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that is neat. He? Oh no, it's a he. I was actually wondering what you thought, because even I thought it was a girl first, but then you just say that he all the time. Yeah, this is basically a guy. It's just that his body looks so goddamn feminine, and so does the voice. It's like they're throwing me off for some reason.
体の傷跡を見ればわかるよ。昔からよっぽど苦労してきたんだろうね。
The cut Dolphin got from that wire trap on her first day is still painfully fresh on his leg. The shadow on the chest and the voice made me think woman. It's kind of the same. It's like, it does look like it, and then it's like kind of the face and the hair as well. It's like, oh, you look like a girl. Like, nope, I'm a guy. Like, huh?
痛いのかな。もう痛みには慣れちゃっててよくわからないんだ。僕の本当の名前はレオ・グレイって言うんだけどね。
Oh my
そ
god!
の名の通り、
They actually told us the name. Yeah, so Subnautica is gonna be on all platforms now. PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, PC, and phones now. Damn! That's pretty good. That's pretty cool though. My real name is Rio Gray.
同じ名字を持つ探偵コーデリア・グレイも不幸なことばかりだったし、この名前を持つ人の運命なのかもしれないよね。
コーデリア・グレイ。フィリス・ドロシー・ジェームズが生み出した中でも人気の高い女探偵だね。
The fact that he told his name makes him hella sus. No, but that's the thing. This is not a main story thing. This is a side story thing. Basically, if we did good in our last investigation, we get these memory things. And if incompetent ourselves deals with them, we apparently do some extra stuff. So this has nothing to do with the story. It is just apparently we managed to learn to know them so goddamn well they actually tell us their name.
名探偵体質だなんて大嘘。悲劇を呼び込む
If it would be main story, yes, definitely. But this is just an extra thing. Like as someone's playing at being klutzy, weak and a scaredy cat. Kinda, that's the thing, like they are apparently a danger magnet. Like they're so goddamn frail that like that it basically is like they know when there is danger around.
逆境に遭いながらも探偵として最後まで戦い抜いたからでしょ。傷跡を見ればわかるよ。飛躍君だってコーデリアみたいにこれまで逆境に立ち向かってきたはずだ。いくら飛躍君が信じなくても僕は信じてるから。
Nice.
探偵は君に
Subnautica on the phone. I've only played the main Subnautica. I've not played the ice one. To be honest, I don't have it.
ありがとう。君みたいに弱さを分かってくれる人がいてくれて本当によかった。一緒に生きて帰ろう。
ところでさらりと本名を教えてくれたけど探偵同盟のメンバーとして大丈夫なの？
Yeah, so this is basically like they only say the names to someone they really trust.
聞かなかったことにして
I continue consoling Dolfella as we finish putting away the silverware. I feel a bit sorry for him, but I'm honestly a little giddy. He inadvertently shared his name like that. It must mean we're getting closer.
今の光景は昨日の飛脚くんとの会話どうしてこんな
I don't know.
頭の
Because
中に
this
浮かんだ
this was your own memory.
もう残留思念を読み取れるようになったか。さすがワト君、すごい成長の速度だな。
Yeah, could you please explain to me what this is about?
心霊写真とかに写り込む人間の魂か何かですか？
近くとも遠からずだ。どのような物事にも痕跡は残る。その痕跡を読み取れば、どのようなやりとりが
Yeah, but I
行われ
just
たかを
I just
導き出すことが
revealed
可能だ。
what we did ourselves.
目の前の結論からどのような過程を踏んだかを推理し、過去の出来事を見通す。君の大好きなシャーロック・ホームズが好む推理方法にも通ずる部分があるだろ。
確かアブダクションって言うんでしたっけ？
Never heard of that word before.
グッド、その通りだよ、ワト君。ホームズの有能さが語られる際、真っ先に語られるのは、わずかな情報から正確な仮説を導き出す、その観察眼だろ。そして、エンドシーイングを宿した君の目ならば、いかに些細な痕跡であろうとも読み取れる。ホームズ以上のアブダクションが可能だ。つまり残留思念とは、君がその目で読み取った過去の事象そのもの。ひとたび触れれば、君は過去の事象を追体験できるはずさ。
すごい、
Okay.
そんな力があれば
Wait, was it our memory or was it not our memory then?
まあとはいえ、今の君の能力では
I think it was our memory though.
読み取るまでに
I think this first one was actually our memory. I think the other ones might be someone else's memory.
普通に事件を解こうとした方が手もかからず気楽だろ。推理に近道はない。必死にあがき、懸命に抗いたまえ。
万能な能力はない。
What's interesting is that the only thing that is supernatural in this game
君が成長すれ
is the
ば
ghost.
その限りで
Everything else has nothing to do with supernatural things.
探偵としての
Not
成
from
長
what
を
I
目指し
understand, but could
捜
be
査を
like
続けよ
you
う。
said. Probably, yeah. I'm a bit uncertain myself. So we are done with you. Wait, can I move? Oh, I can move. Why can I move? I can move. Let's. I don't know actually where to go. Shit. We need to do this. But I need to check the area for some stuff. I'm just gonna go out here, just because I can. Do we have anyone else that is still like active? Tech is active. We can analyze the fridge, that's good. Rowdy is still active as well. We're gonna move Rowdy over here. I wish I could turn around the map so it's a bit easier to see. And then we're gonna do a inspect.
俺の五感は髪の毛一本見逃さないぜ。
And then preliminary, just we don't use one of our hours. Oh, they took something. Probably was hungry. Oh, we can actually control Workaholic now. They had poison in the bathroom. Huh. The toilet toxicology result. That is just called taking a shit. That is sort of shit is toxic. So we can move you now. 14. What is your stat? Oof. You have an analyze of 3. Five. No, I cannot do that. Incompetent. Unfortunately, I've already moved incompetence. It's not gonna really help. Downtown is all the way up here. Okay, you know what? I think it's not like you need to have it, the full amount. It's just like a health bar. So might as well just take it down. I mean, it could also be that the seat was laced with something toxic and now that's how the victim got poisoned. Fair? I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen that ever happen. That is an interesting... It is an interesting idea, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, -5. Okay, so we can't really do much more. Oh fuck. Renegade, I thought you were going to fucking die. Don't do that. Jesus Christ. I don't like Renegade at all. I can't move you.
何かよ。
What was I supposed to do with these? Hold on. I would like to be able to see like how things works again because I completely forgot. It was number 5. What do you have? Inference, analyzation.
頑張ります。
Should I? Nah, I'm not gonna move them in right now. I don't think there's an idea to do that. I'm gonna do this. Since they need to do it somehow, and if it was through food, it could probably be found easily. And if we inject it with a needle, the victim would have felt the prick. If there's something, having it enter through the skin is the most likely option. Fair enough, actually. You analyze the pathology. I want you to move closer to these because I want you to investigate them. I hate this goddamn trap. What is this? What are you warning about? How am I supposed to deal with these things? I think I'm gonna have to like restart this goddamn thing. Okay, oh wait, hold on. You as well. Infer. There we are. I think everyone else is done. One is moving, which is us. How far is our inspection? Not the greatest, but hey. Okay, let's just do investigate. I know it's gonna take one of our rounds. Poison arrows. Even a tiny dose of this neurotoxin can be lethal.
Yay!
Okay. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. So yes. That's what I was worried about. So there's gonna be stuff that's gonna be brought back again because... Okay, 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 now we kinda know what we're supposed to do, sort of. First of all, you move here.
どうかしたのか
You move here.
どうしたの？
You do this.
僕なんかにわかるのか？
何か用？何か
Yeah,
用？
we got a game over, unfortunately.
うちらの絆見
合
せつけて
点
やろうよ。
承知である小武装探偵助立ちに参上せん
なんか用か？怪しい匂いが
There
プ
we go.
ンプンしやがる。
Okay, so I'm gonna check something. So, around here is a trap with a power of 5. You have 4. Fair enough. Okay, what do Renegade have? Renegade have 5. You have 6. I think it depends on what their inference is. We need someone with good inference to be able to stop them. Workaholics seem to be the one that could be good at that, but getting them up there, like Jesus. Let's do a preliminary. There we go, get a boost, wonderful. Yeah, apparently one round is 1 hour. It wouldn't surprise me, because like, yeah, we are a lot of detectives, but we still need to investigate shit. There we go. So now Tech is back in action. Very slowly, apparently.
検証なら任せてください。
Inference 3, so that's not a good thing to do either. Okay, so everyone is done, it seems like. You can see up there who has moved and stuff, but it doesn't show everyone. Like, it doesn't show Rowdy here. It doesn't show Techie either. I don't really understand how to show that. Technically, we could still move Techie, I think. You know what? Let's do this. They only have an inspection. Oh, they already did stuff. Fair enough. Investigate, because we have nothing more to do.
恐れ入るよ
We have the bandage. We know what to do with the bandage, so I don't really care. Okay, so it would be nice getting these, but it doesn't really matter too much. It's not good, like fully an extra thing. You have good assistance. I want you to go down here, because I want him to help out with that one, which allows him not to move anymore.
頑張ります。
And I'm gonna do the same with you, because you are gonna take care of this thing again, because that's actually kind of fun to try and deal with. Now,
どったの？
you're good at assistance. We don't really need assistance right now, so I'm gonna move you over here. An inspection of 3. You don't technically need to be that close, but
先輩も
okay.
一緒に調べない？
Well, if you actually don't need to... Can I clear actions? Oh, I can. Okay, I just need to move on top of them. So, basically, 1, 2, 3, boop. So I could probably stand here.
どったの？
Yes,
ど
there we
の
go.
あたり調べれ
Good.
ばいいわけ？
Then we do... Techie. Yeah, I wanted to inspect that area
この
because...
足でも
できる
No,
限
I
り
don't
は
even
調べ
think.
ますよ。
I don't think it's gonna help actually.
どうかしたのか？
Okay, we're gonna do full on movements. We're here already for the next round. I'm gonna test the preliminary. Oh, it did.
これは
Nice, you can analyze that. And we have a new keyword. Keywords doesn't really matter, it's just fun. But everyone is now done. They can't do anything.
僕でよければ。
That's fine. So we're gonna just do an investigate and let everyone else act as well.
やはりそうか。しかし
When did the poison come into action? I completely forgot about that.
どうしました？
Okay, we're gonna inspect.
手がかりを見つけ出すんだ。
You, I'm gonna let you be for right now.
どったの？
I think we can go here. It might be too
なんかよ。
far away. It is. I'm gonna just let her stay there then. We're gonna inspect this area.
怪しい匂いがプンプンしやがる。僕にご用ですか？
Can we analyze? Yeah, we can analyze the broken there. Anyone can technically analyze this thing if they want.
検証なら任せてく
I'm
だ
gonna
さ
do
い。
this one just because. I'm gonna preliminary investigation.
これは
There we go. I think I got the poison from the vase, so we might as well try to not use it. As we're gonna fast forward. We have seen this one.
体の傷跡。コーデリア。飛脚。
聞かなかった。
君が成長すれば
Okay, so now we have
業務の
you.
相談かい？
We're gonna go here. Do you have a inference of
業務
5?
の相談かい？
So we're gonna infer here.
チームの勝利だね。
We are gonna assist you.
手を取り合ってこそ探偵なのだ。
何かよ。
You've already moved. Yeah, I think most of us are done now, so we're just gonna do a preliminary again. I just want to make sure that like do one per one here.
やはりそうか。しかし
Okay, ice. Why? Okay. Well, I think that we need to investigate, so might as well continue on. Okay, here is now my
アサ
plan.
インの準備
You?
は簡単さ。
Oh fuck, right. Look, I got some work. Hmm. Ah, there is no one who has a good inference here. Shit.
僕が解決しましょう。
I'm trying to make sure that Adolfo here is actually alive. We're gonna do that.
そうですね。なんか用か？
We're gonna do a full-on move to get you over here. Because what I can see, I can't actually move people beyond floors.
何かよ。
Because I can't press X and go upwards, so So that's kind of an issue here.
どうしました？
You know what? Just because I can't really do anything else for now, I'm just gonna have some of these people just move around and find some, like, side stuff. But that makes things problematic for
アサ
Dolfo,
インの準備は万端さ。
because if I actually check the poison again and, like, make the traps, some of them can deal with it, but, like, the problem is some cannot. And that is kind of a big issue. So if I actually
どったの？
don't do anything, I don't know really what to do.
どのあたり調べればいいわけ？
Because you have one. What do you have? You have two. You have three. That's the problem. Like, I don't have anyone up here who's strong enough to fix the poison over here.
科学的に考えましょう。
Okay. I think we cannot really do much else.
M. 片っ端から探すのだ。
業務の相談会。
I'm just gonna inspect some stuff because why
成果
not?
を上げないと業績が。
Might as well. Like, as I said, it doesn't give us really anything special. It's just for fun.
どったの？
Because this one basically needs some movement there.
なんか用か？
So I'm gonna inspect
怪
this.
しい匂い
I'm
が
gonna let
プンプン
you
しやがる。
be here still. And I'm gonna do preliminary, just because we're gonna let Techie analyze stuff. Gonna skip that because it's just a keyword.
Oh!
広い視野を持って対応しないとね。
Okay, then we go up. We have you
どうされましたか？
analyze. The wet floor.
検証なら
let's do
任せて
this.
ください。
Technically, anyone can really like analyze some of these things. It's just that I let them do it. They're the best at analyzing, so why
科
not?
学的に考えましょう。
Nice, this one is open now. That's good. So we're gonna do an investigation. 4. Fair enough, but no worries there.
何か用？
So I'm gonna inspect this
どのあたり調べ
here.
ればいいわけ？
どうしました？
I'm gonna analyze. I have level 3 in analyze. So I'm gonna do that.
分かったよね。
Then we're gonna go over
どうかしたの
here.
か？ どうかしたの
I'm
か？
gonna assist. Assist is 7. That's really good though.
手貸すで。一丁かますぞこら。どうされましたか？
This is a bit too far away, but doesn't matter. There we go. Then we have you.
アサインの準備は万
I
端
don't
さ。
really know what you should do. There is nothing on the lower floor anymore, and you can't go to a higher floor. I think I'm gonna go to the staircase there just in case. There we go, boosting. I can't control her, but I can still allow her to do stuff.
Yay!
つまり
Oh, nice. Whoa. We should be sharp enough to administer poison, yet small enough to dispose of in a toilet. Needle?
どうかしたのか
Okay, so we're just gonna do a big ass move here now, because I think this is the last one. I can't really move some of the other people.
僕にご用ですか？
We're just gonna do an investigation. There's still like a few hours left there. It might not be the last one because we have this as well. They used ice as the doorstop. That is such a strange way to do things. Okay, this is gonna cost us a lot of movement and stuff. It's only one, but it's better to do it this time anyway. Just to make sure.
何か用？
And then we can basically use their assist to break this down as quickly as possible. I don't know how many actually can assist. There we go. I'm just gonna do this for fun now. I'm gonna go to these red dots, and if I have one more round to do, I can both do the red dots here and the investigation. I'm gonna investigate. Okay, we have 2 hours left after this. So we should be fine. So first we go up here. We do an inspect. Not the biggest inspect, but still very good.
怪しい匂いがプンプンしやがる。
Preliminary. There we go. Keywords, I haven't really checked the keywords to be honest. I don't really think it matters too much, it's just a little extra stuff. But... Okay, so you have 5. What is your assist? Your assistance is 4, it's very low. You have a 9 assistance, you have a 6 assistance, and you have 10. But you have 2, 2, 5, 1. So you are gonna do this. You have a 10. So I want you to assist as best as possible to give us a 15.
どったの？
Oh, have I moved her already?
どったの？
I'm confused. I thought I did not do anything.
力を合わせて謎
Yeah,
を解
fuck
き
it,
ましょ
doesn't
う。
matter. Preliminary, yes. There we go, minus 20. Okay, good, we managed to do it. Investigation complete. Continue to result screen, yeah. Turn left to 3 months of outlaw. Oh, thank you so much, Gloomy. You're a wonderful, wonderful bean elf. You're a wonderful bean elf. How are you doing? I hope you have a wonderful day today. Does this button still work, by the way? I'm curious. Right, it shows people in my chat, more or less. This game's kind of broken though. And you caught a butterfly fish. Fair enough. But I hope you're doing well. And thank you so much again for the 4 months. It's so much appreciated. It is absolutely appreciated.
あれ部屋で休んでる文学ちゃんはわかるとして、無能先輩、武装のバカと科学くんもいなくない？
あ、二人にはちょっと事情があるから気にしないで。
Who is the one that has a needle?
これで全員だよ。
Or something to be able to dispose of in a toilet. The detectives gather in the living room per my request. There's no going back now.
一人で平気か？私が隣でリードしてあげてもいいんだぞ。
平気です。これは僕が解決しないといけない事件ですから。
I'm glad you can read my mind, otherwise everyone would probably hear that.
見違えるような成長にときめいてしまうな。頑張れ。
I still want to be able to remember in this game how I saved her. Because 10 years ago she apparently was the girl who died, but apparently she did not die, we saved her. But we remember is we remembered losing her. I gave her my thanks in my head. Now all that is left again is to get this done. It's up to me to reverse this gruesome tragedy.
皆さん、集まってくれてありがとうございます。魔界さんを殺した透明人間の正体が分かったので、皆さんをお呼びし。
一体誰が透明
So
人間
not
なの？
all clues are useful. Like for example, the vase caused the traps. Managed to do one last pull on current engine banner for a weapon. And what do I get? Yeah, that is not fun. I haven't played one of those games that late. I play Epic 7 on Starseed right now recently. And banner ends in 4 minutes. Oh fucking hell. Yeah, that's awful.
バカなことを言うのはおやめなさい。重要なのは監視カメラに映らずに魔界探偵に毒を与え扉を閉じたその方法でしょ。毒の与え方についてはこの私が花瓶を利用したトリックだと見事に紐解きましたが、扉をどうやって閉じたのかその謎が最後まで分かりませんでしたわ。
あの扉が閉じた理由は簡単なことでしたよ。あの扉は閉じる必要なんてなかったんです。ただ扉が閉じるのを待ってもらうためにはあるものが必要だったんです。僕らの
Yeah, eyes. I love the thought of just like, yeah, you have a doorstop, it's ice. And just because of like the warmth of draft and something, it just melts. And the door closes by itself.
何を言っていますの？もっと明確に上流階級にも分かるよう説明なさい。
Explain it in nobleman's terms, if you please. Also, to put it simple, stupefy it a bit for us.
それは扉のつっかえ棒の代わりとなるものです。
How big was the ice cube to act as a doorstop?
それは
Because this wasn't just like, oh, we're letting it have like a centimeter of being closed. This was like fully on open. How the hell did he do that? He ransacked the fridge. The culprit needed something to act as a doorstop. In order to get this item, they decided to ransack the fridge, yes.
冷蔵庫を荒らしたこと。あれは今回のトリック
One
に
of my
必要な行為
characters
だった
just
んだ。
died from a fall because the game put me into a cutscene and didn't let me pull out my wings, so she just fell to her death. Jesus. Also, apparently we've already played for another hour and we have an ad coming in 5 minutes.
無能君の言う通りだよ。私だけでは気づけなかった事実だが、あの冷蔵庫が荒らされたことに
I
は
thought like
重
for
要な
some
目的
reason I
が
thought the
隠され
whole
ていたん
goddamn
だ。
case first was just about like the fridge and then someone died, but apparently it was a reason for it.
そんなの 俺たちを飢え死にさせることだろ。それ
いや、それならもっと早くから行うはずだよ。
Yeah, they could have done it a long time ago. That's the
監視
thing.
カメラがつけられて犯行がバレる危険性も高まったあのタイミングにわざわざ食料を減らす意味はない。冷蔵
そんなこと言われてもよ。冷蔵庫なんて荒らしたって食料以外には何も。
食べ物が荒らされていた
I
の
might go
はカモ
back
フラージュ。
sometimes to play
犯人の目
Sunless
的
Zero
は氷を手に入れることだったんだ。
if I feel for it. Like, it's a good game. It's like for some reasons, like I don't play it that often.
氷なんて何に使うんだよ。
I think it's like that. Like me and
硬い
gacha
ものが犯
games
人には必要だった
is
んだ。
gonna be like it has to be simple in a sense. It's like I like games, and as I like Genshin, Star Rail, and like Sunless Zero, those are good games. But the whole like gacha system in it, it's like you have to play so much extra because it is a bigger. It's a game basically. I don't know. I think I like my gacha games to just be like I can do dailies and then I'm kind of done after like an hour or something. Act as a doorstop. Using ice as a goddamn doorstop.
扉が閉じるのを防ぐつっかえ棒の代わりがね。
つっかえ棒の代わりってわなべ屋のあれか。
そうだよ。わなべ屋でトラップの作動スイッチになっていた
I don't remember if I got anything
昨日
good
から床に
recently
つ
on
っかえ
some
棒
of
が
the
差し
games.
込まれ
Like
ていたよね。
technically good and good.
監視カメラ
Like
の
you
映
can
像だけで
easily get many of
犯
the
行時も何ら
banners
かの方法で
from
つっかえ棒が抜かれたようにも見えるけど
as long as they're not creation or destruction. If they are,
犯人
oh
は
fuck
事前
me,
に
it's
つっ
gonna be
かえ棒を
difficult to
抜い
get
ておい
them.
てその代わりに氷を埋め
I'm
込ん
not
でい
even
たんだよ。
joking. It is so much more difficult because it's like a percent within a percent. Obviously, a detective, she doesn't even know what a doorstop is. Because she's not the smart detective, she is the muscle detective. Give me a second. Her. Also, I'm just gonna check lexicon. Case of building number 6, case of the Lincoln trope, case of the Ikibukur Ripper. Oh, yeah, there was actually a Lincoln trope one. Apparently, someone has just raised their daughter as a goddamn animal and decided to use her as a sort of monster to kill people. 26 solved cases. Where is her special skills? Superhuman strength. Apparently she has solved cases, but she isn't the smartest.
どうして気づけたんだい？
But yeah, so you can easily get like the banners in Star Seed, but at the same time, when they have new banners, they also have like a little thing that if you manage to quickly make them to a high level one, you get a skin and stuff. So it's not really much of getting them, it is to getting them all the way
わ
up
なべ
there.
屋の映像を注意深く見ると犯行直
I
前
think
につっ
Seven
か
on
え
the
棒
other
が抜い
hand,
た。照
it's
明
more
の
like the
光を
normal
反射し
thing. You
始め
get
てい
the
たことが
banners,
分かったんです。
you might get the banner person, or you might not, or you might get a weapon again. But she's an enforcer, not a detective. And she gave you the incompetent name, right? No, she didn't. She was not the one that gave me it. She was. She was the one who gave me the name. Also, do we actually have his name here now? Oh shit. Oh, it's complete now. Real name, Roy Gray. Age 70 years old. Oh, it's actually completed now. Oh, nice.
おそらくつっかえ棒代わりの氷が溶けて
I
水
got
た
some
まり
good
が
one
で
in
きていた
Epic
んでしょ
7 as well. I got the
そのおかげでつっかえ棒が
alternate
差し替え
one
られ
where
ていた可能
it's
性に気
basically
づけ
like
た
a
んです。
biker girl or something. I like the animation for that one, that's really good.
氷をつっかえ棒に差し替えておけば時間が経てば勝手に溶けて支えを失った扉は勝手に閉じていきますからね。犯人は氷を魔法瓶か何かに入れて持ち運んでいたはずです。
Yeah, no problem. Also, I think the ad is gonna start about now as well.
ただいくら魔法瓶の中に入れていても氷は溶けていくから事件直前に犯人は冷蔵庫を荒らしたんですよ。
I'm gonna check first if it like the ad pops up soon. I don't want to like try to continue while the ad is opening and popping up here. I think it's supposed to be like... Yeah, it says it's showing soon, so it basically is like trying to start it. So I'm just gonna sit here, I'm gonna chat with you all. I'm gonna check some stuff. They have bags for tarot cards. Or dices. They don't really have anyone that is nice though. Mostly the only reason I would get any one of them is because they look nice. Ah, there we have the ad. Because I did actually get one once, and I kind of like the art style of it. They have Final Fantasy though, but they don't have the Hidden Legends. Damn. Cool though. What do they have for like action figures? Alien action figures. The fuck? Okay. I'm just checking some stuff in the background here. And one of my card opening packs is gonna basically be up in about an hour. Because right now I'm trying to do some shorts just because like keeping it up is apparently a good thing. But to be fair, like I don't really have that much like good moments, or I cannot find anyone, at least personally. So I just took whatever I could find, and then I just found some cards yesterday when I went to the board game store that is close by. Well, close by, in the middle of town. I'm fucking hell getting there while I'm quitting, well, not quitting work, when work ends. Jesus Christ, I was stuck for a while. Fish cracker, nice. Well, biscuit. Because apparently you're not allowed to say that word on Twitch. And I don't really understand why. It is kind of ridiculous. Wow, that is really soggy. Okay, apparently a data center started burning. That was leased by Elon Musk, and Twitter was down for 1,000 users in a report issue. Fair enough. Something about white people, and I agree, it's so damn stupid and ridiculous. Oh yeah, sure, do tell me. If it wasn't just something I read, which I don't think I managed to even finish the sentence. Also, the ad is over, so welcome back everybody. Go back to the game.
いい推理だ。私も同意見だよ。実は床に散乱していたものを一つ一つ調べていたら、製氷皿に奇妙な点を見つけてね。
It was empty.
本来水が溜まるはずの皿の内側に不自然なほど水滴がなかったんだ。この製氷皿は氷を抜かれた状態で外に放られたと気づけたんだよ。
あれだけ盛大にばらまかれた冷蔵庫の中身を一つ一つ調べるなんてよくやりましたわね。
普段のデスマーチに比べれば全然苦じゃないよ。むしろ得意分野さ。
Good to know. I thought the gourmet was the one
でも扉って
with food
使い棒が
special
なくなったからって勝手に閉まるもんなの？うちは罠部屋のある2階の部屋で寝泊まりしてるけど、勝手に閉じたことなんてないよ。
僕もその点は気になってたよ。 でもそれもすごく簡単なトリックでごまかされていただけなんだ。
Okay.
ご
This
ま
is
か
to do
され
with
ていた。
non-elite white Southerners in the US, as with everything else, of course, it's the US, and of course it's dumb beyond belief. Fair enough. Like, I can't say anything against that. I have seen people, like, from the US either tweet something, write something, or do something, and I'm just sitting here like, how did you manage to even, like, write something like that to before even thinking?
そう、犯人は扉に些細な仕掛けを施すことで僕らの認識をごまかしていたんだ。それは
Bent hinges are why the doors are so difficult to open. Who could have tampered with them? This one?
2階の一部の扉を
Why do I get so
開きに
little?
くいよう細工しただけ。そんなシンプルな仕掛けで犯人はこの建物全体の立て付けが悪いよう僕らに誤解させていたんだ。
So they basically made them, like broke them like that.
ずっと部屋の扉を調べててくれていた君ならその意図も分かってるんじゃないかな。
実はこの扉は立て付けが悪いわけじゃないんだ。
I thought it was just poorly constructed for
扉の
some
開
reason.
閉を支える蝶つがいが歪められているせいで閉じにくくなっているだけなんだよ。
Okay, but then why those doors? Do they also have like spike traps in them?
わざわざ蝶つがいを歪めたの？何それ？そこまでして扉を開きにくくするとか意味わかんないんだけど。
実際に見てもらうのが早いよ。あとは上の罠部屋に行って確かめてみよ
We head to the trap room. Just like I had requested, the door has been repaired.
扉が直ってる。
So many are hung up on X word is bad for this. It's just a damn word. If you change the word, but give it the same meaning, then nothing changes. So stop making it a word that it is bad. It's people that is damage. Yeah, fair enough. And also, welcome back, Ganny. We managed to solve the case. We lost once because apparently Dolphin here went straight into poison.
なるほど。
Apparently there was traps in this game, and I couldn't even control Dolphin either.
う。ええ、科学君と武装さんには扉の修理をお願いしておいたんです。
Yeah, because last time we basically broke down this damn door.
蝶つがいの調整もバッチリです。他の扉と違って歪みもなく取り付けられますよ。
文学殿が言っていた通り、この扉は他の客室と全く同じサイズだったのである。
Right. Earlier I asked these two to take a door from another room and reattach it here. Of course, its hinges were bent, as Dolphin pointed out, so I had Teki repair it. Now it should work as originally intended.
東側の扉は開いてあるから西側が閉じても平気だよ。渋谷さん、その開いている扉から手を離してもらっていいかな。
Downton gingerly removes her hand, and then the door begins to shut, just as we had seen on camera earlier.
どうなっていますの？
この洋館の2階は本来扉が一人でに閉じるような構造だったんですよ。
それはわかりましたわ。ですがこんな簡単な事実になぜ私たちが気づけなかったのか気にしているんです。
Because not every door was able to close because I had bent hinges.
確かに妙よね。いくら他の部屋の扉が歪んでいるからって扉が勝手に閉じることくらい気づけそうなものだけど。
ええ、その通りです。この事件のポイントは実はまさしくその違和感なんですよ。
Huh. Interesting.
違和感？
犯人は今回のトリックがバレないよう心理的な誘導をいくつも仕掛けていたんです。
just mistake. Technically, Dolphin did go into poison and die, but that was a game over moment. Because apparently, I analyzed the broken vase, realized there were traps somewhere, and if you're not like smart enough, you will die from that poison. And I could not control Doleful, so they went straight into the poison.
まず2階の扉が開きにくい理由は立て付けが悪いからだと真っ先に言及することで深く考えさせないようにした。部屋の罠が判明した後は自然とつっかえ棒を用意させて扉が一人でに閉まることを気づけないような状態にした。そして犯行が終わった後は扉を破壊させて証拠を隠滅した。
It is rowdy. Game logic, IQ can neutralize poison. Well, either that or you understand how to not basically get from the trap. Like, Gourmet on the other hand, like, she just fucking devours the fucking thing.
犯人はごくごく自然な会話のやり取りだけで僕らの印象や行動を
Wasn't it Rowdy to help us basically break down the door? But the doorstop, I don't remember. Was it downtown? No. I know downtown helped. Thinking back, each comment they made had entirely manipulated our train of thought. In playing into the hands of this alleged phantom person who hid their murderous intent behind an easygoing facade.
開きにくい理由を立て付けが悪いからだと言ったのもつっかえ棒を取り付けるよう指示したのも扉を壊すよう提案したのも全て同じ人物だった。この事件の犯人は一人しかいない。
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Didn't she do this? Because the only thing she did was mathematically say that all the things are the same. But she wasn't with us when we broke down the door. But she was with us when we did something with the doorstop and when we broke down the door. Rowdy wasn't with us the first time.
渋谷探偵、君こそが破壊探偵を殺害した透明人間の正体なんだ。
渋谷殿が魔界殿を殺した。
I don't even know if I'm right or wrong right now, to be honest.
面白い冗談だな、無能の兄さん。渋谷、お前からも反論してやれよ。兄さんの推理は何かの間違いだってな。
Why would she do that? I feel like she has been helpful towards us, so why would she do something like this?
そんなの当たり前じゃん。この中でも推理力ビリッケツのうちが犯人とかちょっと受け狙いすぎじゃね？うちの発言がどれも犯人に利用されちゃったのはマジでごめんだけどさ、それを理由に犯人だって決めつけるのはさすがに無理あるっしょ。ねえ無能先輩、自分の推測で人を殺人鬼扱いする覚悟。
Downtown Stone Cold Gaze silenced me on the spot. Now there's a look that could kill. I am facing the genuine hostility of a murderer, or someone willing to take the life of another.
ここで罪がバレたら今まで積み上げてきた全てが崩れるんだから当たり前だよな。
I am doubting myself, but she was the only one with us. In here, it was Downtown, Armor, Bookworm, and Mystic. Bookworm did comment on everything, but not how it was built. Only that the measurement was correctly. Like they were all the same measurements. But she was not with us when we broke the door down. This is the reality of solving a murder case. It is essentially the same as a death sentence. I always dreamed of being a detective, but I wasn't prepared to corner someone like this. My legs tremble as I nearly retract my accusation. But no, there's no way I can back down now. I guess I'm right, actually.
扉を壊すよう提案したのだって、あの時は壊す以外に選択肢なかったじゃん。それで人を犯人扱いとかマジありえなくね？うちも手伝うからさ。 もっと冷静にいろんな可能性を考えてみようよ。
I want to figure out why, because she has been so helpful all the time that actually her being the first one is kind of like, no.
発言はあくまで渋谷さんを疑うことになったきっかけの一つでしかなかった。信じたくなくて別の可能性だって考えたさ。
But she also was one of the people who died in the poisoning on the lower floor when we checked our future vision.
でも考えれば考える
I
ほ
don't
ど
know what the fuck is going on.
以外に犯人は考えられなくなっていったんだよ。
たくしつこいな。人を疑うなら証拠を出せよ、証拠を。人の発言の上げ足取るだけならネットの内ブログでもできるっつうの。そもそも魔界ちゃんを殺害した毒は花瓶の水に混ぜられてたって家族ちゃんが推理してたじゃん。
Was it really?
うち以外にだって犯行は全然可能っしょ。うちが殺した証拠はどこにあるわけ？バカなうちにも分かりやすく教えてよ。
Okay, fair enough.
わかった。それじゃあまずは魔界さんを殺した
I think I'm right, because otherwise I don't think it would continue like
要
this.
点から話すと、家族さんが気づいた割れた花瓶の毒は犯人が用意した目くらましに過ぎないんだ。相手は優秀な探偵の魔界さんだ。あれほど露骨に毒を撒かれたら警戒するはず。注目しなかったのはきっと無害だからだ。つまりあの割れた花瓶は
A red herring?
あの割れた花瓶はミスリード。魔界さんに毒を与えるために用いたトリックから目をそらさせるために用意されたものだったんだ。
Okay. We're getting somewhere though. We're getting somewhere.
なんですってこの探偵序列5位の私がミスリードに引っかかったと言いますの？
Yes.
ええ、その通りです。自分に容疑がかかっていて焦っていたあなたは犯人からすると
That's fair. She might be the fifth highest. But because she was the only one that was basically, you have no alibi because you were here last, must have made her basically like lose her self-control and it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna find everything I find.
いえ、今回の事件の特性上、容疑がかかった探偵が焦るのも見越していたのかもしれません。だってあの毒入りの花瓶じゃ
That would make sense it would be downtown as well because she has social deduction. So it wouldn't surprise me if she's capable of also understanding people.
どういうことですの？
She was capable of
実際
basically
こ
calm
の
some
洋
people
館内に
down
は
and
危
stuff as
険な
well.
毒ガスの吹き出る花瓶が他にも。
検証してみた結果、あの花瓶の水に混入した神経毒は揮発性が薄いことが分かりました。つまり部屋に充満したりしないんです。
Exactly it, Techie. The poison involved in this morning's fight between Armor and Rowdy differed from that found at the crime scene. When prepping the poison for the trap room, the culprit likely to choose one with a low volatility. On purpose, they wouldn't have to inhale it.
毒ガスを吹き出す花瓶があれば、当然犯行現場の花瓶も同じ毒が入っていると思って当然。思い込みを利用したトリックだったんです。
それじゃあ一体どんな方法で魔界さんを毒で苦しめたって言うんですの？あの監視カメラの映像には何も映っていないんですのよ。
いえ、凶器なら映っていますよ。渋谷さんは凶器を常に持ち歩いていたんです。
常に？はい。
Wait, what does she always have with her? Other than that phone?
意味わかんないし、マジで何言っちゃってんの？そんなに自信満々なら言ってもらおうじゃん。うちが魔界ちゃんを殺したっていう
渋谷さんが魔界さんを殺した凶器は
Not her nails, because if it was her nails, it's gonna be absolutely stupid of her, because I feel like, have I read or seen that somewhere? Someone was stupid enough to like have poison on their nails and then they just bit their own nail one time. I was like, oh fuck. Yeah, I think it was like a hair clip. Right? I know she doesn't have a knife. If it is her nails, that's stupid. Wait, hair clip. Whoops. Oh, that's so bad. Her nails?
渋谷さんがよくマニキュアを塗っているそのつけ爪こそ今回の事件の凶器。
Okay, you know what?
透明人間の仕業に見えた原因だったんだ。
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna redo this because I really want I really want to like get full on this.
でも結論から
10
あのとそれは扉の
Yes, take a drink. I have a drink. I have a energy drink. My
その入手のために
there
犯人はあることをしました。
we go. Ransack the fridge. I have an energy drink my mother brought with her, and I just put in the fridge. It's called Latitude 65. Whoops, my bad. Give me a moment. As a doorstop. It is blueberry with coffee, sugar-free, and
解剖の代わりがね。
carbonated blueberry. Yes, I'm taking a sip. It is downtown.
おそらく
Yeah, it is downtown. It is just that I choose the wrong goddamn weapon.
でもそれ
I thought it was something she could get rid of, but no, it
扉に
wasn't.
些細な仕掛けを施すことで僕らの認識をご
Oh,
まかして
apparently something was hidden here.
実扉の開閉
実際に見てもらうのが早いよ。
I'm just gonna skip this again. So you have an energy drink here. I also have like a big ass bottle of exotic
犯
Fanta.
人は今回のトリックまず部屋の犯人はこの事件の犯人は
There we go. Go to downtown. There we go.
この
I'm glad we have a skip button because it's fast enough for us to actually get to where we were,
相手はつまり
and I like
あ
that.
の割れた花瓶は
Also, damn, you lose a lot of points when you have it wrong. I lost like 2 or
中井さんを
3.
殺した凶器はつけ爪。渋谷さんがよくマニキュアを塗っているそのつけ爪こそ今回の事件の凶器。
Oh, false
透
nails.
明人間の仕業に見
Okay,
え
she
る原因
just
だったんだ。
removed. Can you remove false nails? You must be able to. That's why they call false nails, right? They call it drain from downtown's face in an instant. She must have been confident that she wouldn't get caught. Of course, they're just glued in place. Yeah. I mean, I was just wondering because like there are false nails, but they are still stuck there. I don't know how hard they're stuck there, but like, how easily are they to like be removed? Because he doesn't want like poison goddamn nails. Whatever is like she like scratch herself. That would be awful.
渋谷さんはナイフ状に尖らせた付け爪の先端にマニキュアに見せかけた神経毒を塗って魔界さんに突き刺した。
Eesh.
今回検出された神経毒は皮膚に接触しただけでも死ぬほど強力なバトラコトキシン。皮膚を破って血管内にさえ届いたら十分。渋谷さんは自分のファッションに落とし込むことで恐ろしい凶器を常に持ち歩いていたんだ。
ちょっと待って無能ちゃん。つけ爪をつけるのは朝の身だしなみの時間でしょ。朝に毒を塗っていたんじゃ犯行の時間には全部乾いちゃうと思うわ。
それにいくら探偵同盟の仲間だからってあの百戦錬磨の魔界さんがそうやすやすと不意打ちを食らうとは思えないよ。渋谷さんはどうやって魔界さんに爪を突き刺した
Just
か
some acetone or alcohol and it'll come right off. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know if she does it all the time. She might just
二
do
人
it
が
more
指摘
than
した
once.
問題を解決するために渋谷さんはこの3日の間とても簡単な心理トリックを施していたんですよ。思い返してください。渋谷さんは食事中にもよくマニキュアを塗り直していましたよね。だから魔界さんは隣で付け爪に毒を塗られたことに気づけなかったんです。
Yeah, apparently she does it all the time. Or, in this case, she did it all the time.
じゃあもしかして監視カメラに映ったマニキュアを塗る渋谷ちゃんの姿って。
Oh, we did actually see her do it on camera. It's just that none of us thought of it, because it's so normal.
あれはマニキュアを塗り直しているんじゃない。凶器である付け爪に毒を塗っていたんですよ。
She has a pretty image of her painting her nails, and I'm sure a sprite image of her painting her nails. Is sure we weren't in bedroom in the morning. Yeah, fair enough. Nobody would ever assume the person right next to them was putting poison on their nails. But sometimes it's hardest to see what's right under your nose. Of course, we didn't notice her as she boldly prepared her scheme in plain sight. But why?
それに加えて渋谷さんは体に触れるスキンシップも多かった。
That would not surprise me, Maestro. That would not surprise me at all.
隠し通路の発見を報告したとき、渋谷さんから抱きつかれたところで疑わないし、爪で多少出血しても文句を言うわけもない。
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
あとは魔界探偵に毒が作用して氷のつっかえ棒が溶けて扉が閉じる光景をリビングで見届ければいい。
Holy shit, though.
お待ちなさい。仮に渋谷さんが犯人だったとして私が現場を離れたのは偶然でしたのよ。私が罠部屋から離れなかった場合、渋谷さんはどうしたと言いますの？
Wouldn't you be stuck here with the spikes?
それは。
Porsche found a hole in my theory. Downtown's plan required Mystic to be alone. What would her plan have been if she couldn't separate him from everyone else?
まだ爪が甘いな。
I still hate you, Renegade. Renegade, who had been keeping silent this whole time, steps forward with a smug grin.
頑張ったご褒美だ。助け舟を出してあげるよ。
I guess thank you.
あなたには犯人が魔界さんを孤立させた方法がわかると言いますの？
ああ、わかるよ。とっても簡単さ。
Renegade fishes up the D-pad from his pocket, then waves it back and forth thing. Pretty clever though. It's like that one case where in Sherlock, but not really, where a royal guard had had a sharp part lodged in his belt area, so he was already just doesn't know it. Yeah, he was already there, but he didn't know it. Yeah, I have seen that one, and it was just because like the belt was so tight, it's just stopped the blood. But when he basically like removed it, it was like it was a death sentence for him.
あなた、私の探偵デバイスを返しなさい。まさか先ほど盗んだのもあなたでしたの？
Oh, it was your D-pad, what the fuck?
先ほど盗んだ。
Porsche quickly covers her mouth with a regret. Her reactions makes it obvious that this wasn't the first time her D-pad has been stolen. Considering her usual how thorough, I can imagine it's difficult for her to admit such a thing.
ほらね、こうして探偵デバイスを盗んでしまえば彼女を外へ追いやるくらいわけ。
Wait, so you caused this to happen?
魔界探偵は死ぬ直前に探偵デバイスに連絡をしていた。そこでデバイスをなくしていることに気づいた彼女はどうするかな？
デバイスを探すために部屋から飛び出すでしょうね。
You bolted out of the room just because you lost your D-pad. Okay, I hate to admit it, but Posh's rueful expression proves that Renegade's theory is spot on. Her action had been manipulated, as had everything.
無能君の言う通り、人間の行動なんてちょっとした工夫でいくらでも誘導できてしまう。コミュニケーションの達人の渋谷ちゃんなら造作もないだろうね。
Oh no, he pointed out how easily it was to swipe it from her. And how she reacts from it, yeah. So apparently she just swiped it from her and like, oh yeah, she comes running.
俺は無能君の推理を支持するよ。あとは観客に徹するから 頑張って渋谷ちゃんを口説き落としてくれ。
Yep. Well, thank you, I guess. I don't know. Truth is worth, Renegade steps back. I turn to address Downtown once again. This time I'll definitely get her to confess.
反論があるなら言ってよ、渋谷さん。僕はこの島に来てからずっと君に助けられてきた。
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, she's been such a huge help, but like...
僕自身だってこの推理が間違っていればいいって思ってる。ちゃんと本心を正直に話してほしいんだ。
で、証拠は？マニキュアで毒殺とか想像力すごいね。でも結局証拠がなかったら全部妄想じゃん。
Where the hell does the drain go in this place? This is a remote island.
ぐだぐだぐだぐだ妄想を語られるのはもうたく
They
さ
must
ん。
have one of those like
そんなに言う
tanks
なら証
somewhere.
拠を見せてみなよ。
Wait, how the
うち
fuck
が
did
や
they
ったってい
empty
う証
that
拠
shit?
さ。なんなら今ここでうちの爪を調べてみる？先輩の言う通りなら毒の反応が残ってるはずだよね。
Well, they were fake nails,
いや
which I have now discussed you can remove.
バトラコトキシンは猛毒だ。いくらつけ爪の上だからってそう長時間つけっぱなしにするのは危険すぎる。
じゃあ証拠ないじゃん。先輩の推理は結局全部妄想ってことになるね。
True, we want to see the nail paint actually.
でも君が毒を処理した
You're right
証拠は
about
掴んで
that.
あるよ。
If she didn't just like drop the whole shit in the toilet as together with the nails though, that would be something. I don't mean like the whole well, the whole flask could also be something, but like at least like pour it out or
毒の
something.
処理の前にシャワーを浴びに2階へ上がった僕と遭遇したのが運の尽きだったね。
Downton was hurrying somewhere to dispose of the poison. Oh yeah, that's actually true. She said she needed to go and pee, but apparently not. She was headed to the toilets.
魔界さんに毒を与え終えた渋谷さんはすぐにトイレに向かってつけ爪ごと毒をトイレに流して処理したんだ。だからその後リビングに現れた君には人差し指のつけ爪が欠けていた。
Oh, I completely forgot there was a nail missing.
あの時は疑問に思わなかったけど
Did they do a sprite of that as well?
トイレに行く前に
If
僕
they
と
did,
鉢
that
合わせ
would
て
be
会話していた
amazing.
せいでつけ爪をつけ直す時間がな
What
くな
kind
っ
of
たんだ
moron
よ
would
ね。
walk around with poison on their nails the whole time? She most likely only applied it before using it. Yeah, definitely. Which she did. They did discuss that she did it on camera and then she hugged him. And no one thought it was anything weird because she does shit like that.
本当はトイレでつけ爪をつけ直す予定だった。でも監視カメラの映像を見ないとアリバイを作れないから。毒のついた爪を処
Yeah,
分し終え
sure.
る
Fun
とす
fact
ぐ
could be
に
fun to hear to
下へ
listen
と降
to.
りることに
What's
したん
up?
だ。
What do you have for fun fact?
実際トイレの水からはバトラコトキシンが検出されているわ。透明人間ちゃんがトイレで毒を処理したのは間違いないわね。渋谷ちゃん、何か弁明はあるかしら。
出ない。つけ爪は外れてないって言ってんの。言いがかりをやめてよね。うちのつけ爪が外れていたことを証言できる人、無能先輩以外にいるの？いなくない？
It's kind of fun if no one can do that because I'm rank 100. She's rank 20 or something. We have someone that is rank 2. He turns to armor, but he shakes his head vigorously. Well, of course armor couldn't.
記憶が曖昧なのである。
ほら、証言者は無能先輩だけじゃん。そんなのいくらでもイチャモンつけられるっつーの。監視カメラにつけ爪が外れてたうちの姿でも映ってたの？そうでもないなら言いがかりとかマジやめてよね。
Downton steadily moves towards me with a ferocious look in her face. She's desperately trying to talk her way out of this, but there's only one more step I need to take to refute her. This is no time to ease up. If my account alone won't suffice, I know someone who will. The person with the best memory of the Detective Alliance. And that person would be Bookworm. Okay, apparently my trust level is still like strong going here. I'm about to contact the girl in question via the D-pad when the voice interrupts.
ねえ、黙っちゃってどうしたの？自慢の妄想はネタ切れ？決定的な証拠が出せないなら、もうこの話は。
I was looking through the voice actors of this game, and the renegade detective voice in a lot of games like Final Fantasy Engage. But one of the games he voiced in was a Japan voice option for the main character in Code Vein. Oh, Fire Emblem Engage. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Ah, that's actually
私が
interesting.
証言しますと少女は旧敵を
And this
睨
is
み
what I
つけ
love with her.
は
Her
っき
just
りと告げた
narrating herself.
文学ちゃん、どうして？
Bookworm wears her usual calm, unaffected aura, having swept away any traces of weakness. Her adoptive father, Mystic Detective, was killed in this very room. Simply entering it must have been unimaginably difficult. The main character is Code Vein, only has one line, which is at the very end before the last boss. Fair enough, but still. And the Idol's voice actor, a character in the Ace of Thorny anime. Ooh, I haven't watched that in a long while actually. I don't even know if they made any more of those.
文学さん、大丈夫？
I watched some of the
話なら
main
外でも
ones,
聞ける
which
か
is
ら、
like the
この
first
部屋は。
trilogy, and then one like side thing when they were on a train.
なめないでください私も探偵です事件の真相に迫る証拠を胸の内に抱えたまま遠目から見ているなどできませんよと
証拠？上等じゃん。どんな証拠を入手したっていうわけ？
Simple, we all know she has photographic memory. If she says something is true, then you're fucked.
今日私はあなたに2度会っています今朝の朝食の際と実行者の時私は確かに記憶しましたよ今朝は統一感があって綺麗だったその右手の人差し指の付け爪
Yes,
が
because
外
this
れ
is
てい
her
る
power.
ことをねと少女は確信を告げた
Wait, they actually did have an. I just saw the sprite for a
何かの見
moment.
間違いじゃん。
They actually did have a sprite for that.
私の記憶力の高さは周知の通り見間違いなどありません
Yeah, that's the problem.
少女は
She
即
know
答
like
す
she remembers everything. She doesn't do mistakes like that.
文学さんを自室まで運んだのも、ついでに物陰かどこかに隠れて、付け爪を付け直すことが目的だったのかもしれないね。監視カメラはごまかせても、人の目はごまかせない。もう、言い逃れはできないよ。渋谷さん。
Well, true, you can't fool a human eye, but at the same time, you can't fool hers. Because she's everything and remembers everything. But still curious to why. Because everyone here, mostly, well, like, we know most of us, at least half of us, has some sort of connection to incident 10 years ago, the Quartering Duke, or Lucifer in this game. The whole, like, the mass murder and stuff. And the doleful detective did a voice for the female character in Code Vein. Wait, female character? You can definitely fool the human eye, but it's not something you do willy-nilly. It takes prep, yes. And she didn't prep it. Also, her eyes is, as I said, special. She notices any sort of difference to anything. She remembers everything, so I don't think you can do any prep for this girl, to be honest. So that's kind of cool. Also, I do love that Doleful as well, because we always have said that in the beginning we all thought Doleful was a girl, even though they're not in this game. Oh, Kotori, thank you so much for the raid! How was your stream? I hope you had a wonderful stream. Yes, welcome raiders. Hold on, we're gonna do a shout out here. for Kotori. 。 for
Kotori.
Kotori. 。 We're gonna do a shout out for Kotori. 。 We're gonna do a shout out for Kotori. 。 We're gonna do a shout out for Kotori. 。 We're gonna do a shout out for Kotori. 。 We're gonna do a shout out for Kotori. 。 We're gonna do a shout out for Kotori. But how are you doing? I hope you had a wonderful stream. What were you up to? What were you up to? What sort of fun were you up to? But yes, welcome Raider. My name is Logo South and I'm a variety streamer from Sweden who plays all sort of games from, well, visual novel games, mystery games, action games, adventure games and all sort of things. And sometimes I do some little side extra stuff like, I don't know, cooking and opening card packs and stuff. But yes, welcome Raiders. I hope you enjoyed the Akatori stream. And yeah, if you basically need to like do some after stream care or need to go somewhere, then absolutely do that. Absolutely do that. But it's much appreciated that you raided me, absolutely. Also, if you see me look to the right, it's because that's where chat and my OBS is, once again. Got a music as well. The case of the Phantom Killer began the moment we arrived on this island. No, perhaps even before that.
まず、渋谷さんは事前に自らの性格や特徴をアピールすることで、付け爪にマニキュアを塗る癖や過剰なスキンシップをやりがちな性格を僕らに印象づけた。
I am confused to why though. Because I don't think she's the quartering Duik. This is like the second or first chapter. And being like the quartering Duke, just doing this, no. Like I can understand the nail part of like killing someone, but like her doing the whole wire thing and everything.
さらに自分のコミュニケーション能力を生かして2階の扉は立て付けが悪いんだと誤認させた上で学部屋にトリックの要
Like the music really works for like a action-filled detective stuff though.
理想的な状態で今日を迎えた君は氷入りの魔法瓶を懐に忍ばせつつ隠し通路を
How still did you use ice as a doorstop? How big was the ice cube? And also, how the hell did it not slide? Because if these doors close themselves, there's still some sort of weight to them.
そして隠し通路が見つかった瞬間いつものスキンシップに見せかけて
I am still confused about that. I am confused about that because I'm using ice as a doorstop. The other doorstop we smacked down in the floor.
それから部屋を出る際
Oh, wait a second. We probably made a big ass hole and she just put it there. Okay, okay. I solved the problem myself now. She used the hole we made and just put the ice cube there. Okay, fair enough. I solved it. I figured it out. I managed to figure out the problem there.
トイレの前で僕と遭遇してしまったことだ。ここで予定より時間を使ってしまった渋谷さんはリビングでアリバイを作ることを優先して一時的に付け爪が外れた状態で僕らの前に現れた。そのミスが決め手になるとも知らずにね。
Why didn't she apply it in the bathroom? Like why did you have to go to us with a missing nail? Like why didn't she apply a new one while she was like removing the first one? Oh dang, just realized yet again the culprit is a fashionista with a twin tail looking in. That was like a romper, right, when I did that. I'm trying to remember which one the first one was. You could also carve the eyes to have a indent so the door doesn't slip on it. Plenty of ways to make it possible. Fair enough.
自分に対して周囲が抱くイメージを見事に生かした巧妙なトリックによって殺意と狂気を見えなくしていただけだったんだ。
But why kill? I am curious to why kill.
事件の真相だよ。反論があるなら言ってくれ。渋谷さん。
Alright, twin tail fashionista. Wasn't that was it the goth girl? I don't remember. It was a long time ago I played Danganronpa. There's a long... Why the fuck is that the word for... How does that work in this sentence? I've never heard this word work in this sentence. Well, it could be both when you think about it, but it was referring to Junko. I'm still trying to remember who that is. I'm gonna have to search that up later. I thought she was the fashionista, like the goth girl. Oh, Junko. Yes, right. Fair enough. Yeah, yeah. Okay, now I remember. I thought of like the... Yeah, like exactly. I'm confused about this wording. Then, as if shattering the silence. But yeah, I thought you meant like the first killer in the game. So that's why I thought that, because I think like Junko was like long back. Yeah.
そう、うちこそが魔界探偵を殺した透明人間の正体だよ。迷惑かけてごめんね。
Could you please elaborate why the fuck you would do that? With her usual carefree attitude, Downton finally confessed to her crime. At last, Downton confesses to the murder of Mystic Detective. Without a hint of hesitation, she continues on bubbly as ever.
で、どうすんの？殺人鬼だったうちの将軍はどうなるわけ？ロープで縛ったりする？ちなみに無能先輩の推理通り、うちは毒マニキュアが得意技だから、両手を自由にするのはおすすめしないかな。油断したらぶっ殺しちゃうよ。
You're worrying me now when you say that.
ああ、そうだ。もしみんなが望むなら、毒薬の扱い方のレクチャーとかも。
ざっけんじゃねえぞてめえ。
But what now? It's like they can leave her, hand her over to the police and try tying her up means she's still here. Yeah, that's a problem. Rather lunges towards the down tower, her hand clenched tight. Oh, superhuman strength, damn.
Yamato-san!
I grab her hand quickly, narrowing, intercepting the blow. Had I been even a second later, Rowdy's fist would have pummeled the downtown. Well, let it pummel her. Throw her out and let her rope. That could be an idea, actually. Well, kind of a dark-ass thing, but if she actually is the friend with the robot, she could also poison herself with her hands tied. Yeah, she could. If she still has poison, though.
こいつは魔界のおっさんを殺したってのに。
渋谷さんは今も毒を持っているかもしれないんだよ。気持ちはわかるけど、挑発に乗るのは危険だよ。まずは冷静に渋谷さんの話を聞こう。
Yeah, I want to know why. I want to understand why. Because as we probably talk, like what they talked about right now is basically that this might not be her personality. This might be how she wanted to describe herself so that she could use it. Have Mr. Armor deal with her. Yeah, plasma fist. True! Actually, the poison would probably not work because there's no place really to like claw him other than like underneath the helmet where he eats. He eats with the helmet on, by the way. Like, he never takes anything of that off. Well, ever? Does he sleep with that thing as well? Like, it must stink after a while, doesn't it? Your best friend was murdered by the courting dude, right?
それに関連しているんじゃないのか。君は本当に八つ咲公の仲間なのか。
まだうちのことを信頼してくれるんだね。ほんとありえないくらいお人よしだな。先輩を見てると死んだみゆきを思い出しちゃうよ。うちみたいなゲスを信頼してくれるとっても都合のいい人。
Did her pupils become sharper now?
渋谷さん。
Downton laughed in a deep, unfamiliar tone, a smirk pulling at the corner of her lips. Don't tell me she killed her, like her friend. It's as if her usually bubbly persona had been mired in darkness, steadily sinking deeper and deeper into the murky depths.
うちの親友が八つ咲公のせいで死んだのはマジだよ。でも別に恨んじゃいないし、むしろ感謝するくらいだった。
Oh, Jesus Christ, okay.
だって
Fair enough.
いつもうちにおせっかいを焼いてばかりの鬱陶しい子だったもん。死んでくれてせいせいしたっつうか、つっかえ棒がなくなった気分だったね。
Never mind. Just like, okay.
しかも八つ咲き校に誘われるがまま人を殺してみてびっくり。探偵よりも全然
Okay,
スリリングで生きてる。
She's completely unhinged. Yeah, she really is. I was about to ask, isn't this like remembering of something? And we just talked about Danganronpa. Danganronpa, at least some of that part. If for those of us who want spoilers, I just take a few minutes off here because I'm gonna talk about like how some of that worked. But in that world, they were basically like some of them were talked into killing. Isn't she just the same thing now? That according to Duke, she's like, do you want to kill? Like, yeah, I want to. Like, isn't that just the same thing? And how stupid do you need to be to actually like just accept something like that? Or how socially acceptable must the Duke be to actually like being recognized to yes, follow my lead?
スリリング。そんなことで人を殺すなんて何を考えてるんだよ。
はいはい、正論オツ。自分が最低な人間だとか分かってるっつーの。人を殺しちゃいけない。命をもてあそんじゃいけない。自ら命を絶っちゃいけない。耳が腐るほど聞いてきた言葉だ
A
けど
bit,
さ。
but if you become this
誰
addicted
かを殺さなきゃ生き
doing
てい
it,
けない人間
then
は
there was already something wrong in the first place and that just needed to be released. But yes, like, I absolutely understand that. Like, I am not talking against that because that is basically like, I have a key, you are a lock, it fits. There we go, you are completely unlocked. But like, how actually manage to have the goddamn luck of, yeah, you're a detective, but you want to kill people now? It's like, how is the luck of that? This is kind of ironic considering we have the renegade detective, literally criminal here with a... Exactly! That is like ironic as hell. He has killed, his hobby is volunteering. And then we have these people, or at least her now, that is like, oh yeah, just you started enjoying killing now. Like, the fuck? Wait, excuse me, what?
そんな人間いるわけないだろ。
いるんだよ。うちがそうだったようにね。うちは生まれつき生きてる感覚が全然なくてさ。周りが静かだと不安が膨らむから、いつも誰かと話してたの。いくらおしゃべりを続けても全然不
Renegade
安
is
は
just
消え
like
なくて。
professional, have
息苦
standards.
しくてたまらなかった。
Kinda, yeah. I'm not even saying against that. It's like, yeah, I have standards. Like, I'm not doing this shit.
胸がドキドキして、ズキズキして、キャンキャンして、息苦しさが消えるの。空気を吸えた心地がするの。
So to put it simple, you had needed a therapist for a long ass time.
研究棟で山積みになってた死体。
I'm not gonna fully say anything against that
あれを
because
積み上げた
there was
時
actually a
は
moment I
マジ
thought
で
of
上
like,
がったな。
I might later on, or I might not, it depends like how I feel, actually start to talk to someone professionally. Because, yeah, of my anxiety just basically pummeling me down most of this month. Wait, why did she start killing? Because apparently all her goddamn life she had an anxiety or something. And everything felt quiet, she didn't feel alive. She started talking, she started chatting, she tried to like be alive, being around people, doing everything. And then when someone died, apparently she just felt like, ooh, this is a wonderful rush. That is why she started killing. She wanted the rush.
あれだけの数を君みたいな少女がそんなありえない。
JK なめんなって。隙を見て施設内に毒入りの花瓶を設置して一斉にボン。
Yeah, apparently.
うちの合図一つで悲鳴のオーケストラが出来上がり、気分はまるで指揮者だったよ。久しぶり
That and the Duke, or Count,
呼
whichever
吸
it
した
was,
気分を味わう。
gave her the nudge by inviting her to follow his footsteps. Yes, apparently killing her friend in front of her, like, apparently that was just, ooh, that was wonderful, like, what is wrong with you?
どうしてそれほど平然と笑っていられる？胸は痛まないのか？
そ そりゃ殺した時はさすがに胸がチクリとしたよ。あれだけの数を一気に殺したのはさすがに初めてだったからね。でも結局何人殺したって他人は他人じゃん。うちが守りたい人はこの世にただ一人だけ。
I guess you want to basically protect the Duke.
どうでもいいんだわ。仲良くしてた研究員のみんなでも好感を持ってた魔界ちゃんでもね。
She speaks as if she's having the time of her life. That unsettling smile, that bubbly voice. It's impossible to think it's all just a facade. I wish I could believe that it was, but here she is. Amiable as ever, the same downtime I've always known. As much as I prefer otherwise, I can't avert my eyes from the true nature of the girl before me.
じゃあどうして？
Also, we're gonna have an ad in about 4 minutes, people. Just telling you all. I can't help but utter the question I desperately need to know the answer to.
どうして落ち込んだ僕を励ましてくれたんだよ。
That is true. Like, as we discussed here, like, she has been so bloody helpful. So, is that just a facade? Or is that, like, a part of her true self as well, that she wants to help, but she likes killing? It doesn't really fit well, doesn't it?
この事件だって自分が犯人なくせに手伝ってくれたじゃないか。この3日間、渋谷さんはずっと僕たちを手助けしてくれてたじゃないか。君の嫌いな友達が僕に似てるって言うなら、裏切りなんて余計に信じられないよ。一体どこまでが演技だったのさ。本当のことを教えてよ。
It would be kind of interesting if she actually has no answer to that. That and the Duke, you know, right, already.
バカ、ただの気まぐれだっつーの。ぶっちゃけ今回の事件は凶器さえバレなきゃ言い逃れする自信があったからね。無駄な努力を続ける先輩の背中をちょっぴり後押ししたくなっただけ。まさか自分に気があるとか勘違いしてた？もしそうなら残念でした。みんなから愛された渋谷探偵ちゃんは最初から敵だったのです。
ざれ言はもう結構ですわ。それよりもなぜ魔界さんを殺したのか白状なさい。
Fun enough, this is kind of like Junko's story. Junko got bored because of the boring and monotony on her life and then escaped that she started killing or similar stuff like that because bringing chaos and despair excited her. That's part of the reason, at least. Yeah, and she did manage to have like the personality to be able to talk people into doing stuff. And apparently I just feel like the Duke is the same way now. Except that in that game it was like she was capable of more or less like talking, like making people do anything, like everyone. Here it's more like the Duke managed to somehow, luckily enough, find the specific people. At the same time, he does show a lot of people what he does, which means that at least some of the people watching it does react, and it's just for him to reel them in.
10人以上もいる私たちの中でなぜ彼だけを殺したんですの？
動機はシンプル。用済みになったからだよ。
用済みですって？
実はうちらもこの館の隠し通路の場所を知りたかったんだよね。館中の花瓶だって別に殺すつもりじゃなくて君らを焦らせるために設置しておいたんだよ。まあ誰かが死んだら死んだで仕方ないって思ってたけどね。
You say that, but we have seen the future, and you basically ended up with it as well. I doubt it was luck. He mostly like manipulated psychopath. He reads people and finds the one he needs and can turn. Probably. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if it actually was. But it's just like many of the things he has done is like in a sense broadcasted. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's like he basically lit a fire and he can see everyone that is looking towards the fire and it's like, yep, you. Also, we have an ad right now, so I'm gonna just take a little small break. I know it's 8 o'clock, but I kind of want to just know what the hell is going on here. So we're just gonna continue a bit more. Maybe it's just a sign to not trust fashionists like with twin tails, or else they'll lock you in a room with a lot of people with a rising tension of murder in there. Fair enough. Absolutely fair enough, to be honest. Because, yeah, I have no, like, he just likes to kill, but, like, I do wonder how many of us here is actually, like, a murderer then, because if it is, like, Danganronpa now, we have, like, 5 chapters or something. I'm kind of curious what Holmes thinks of this. I'm curious as well what she thinks of this, because not even she managed to even figure that out. So the question is, like, a lot of psychopaths that manipulate people do that. They find the ones they need and can easily bend and use without something like a bad person to do that too. It kind of reminds me of like I watched the modern Sherlock series. Bit of spoiler again, unfortunately, for those who haven't watched that. It's actually aged like years old now. But basically, Sherlock had their sister. And apparently the sister was capable of basically manipulating anyone she even talked to. And apparently, I was about to say Voldemort, it's not Voldemort. Fuck is it called? What is the antagonist in that series called again? Moriarty, that was the name. Was basically just like that because she managed to talk him into it. So yeah, I've not seen anyone in real life like that, because I don't think they really want to like be known, because they probably would be hunted down. But otherwise, like, yeah, there are a few series and games where I have stuff like that. Also just checking some stuff in the background while I'm waiting for the ad to be done. I'm looking at a place called Alpha Games, because they have some good board games and card games and stuff. And right now, for some reason, I'm looking at like war game mats. Ads done for me at least. Yeah, I'm just waiting 1 extra minute just in case of anyone else. I have some sort of like, I have just started checking out wargaming stuff. I have one on my phone. You know, like the minis, like Warhammer and stuff like that. That is called like Frostgrave. For some reason, I've like checked up a lot of stuff about that recently. Like, for example, how to make terrain, but not like static terrain where you have to like carry a massive ass like board, but like hexagons and how to like make them fit. I found a very interesting video how they made shit like that, and that is always having stuff in the middle. Or, well, let them end in the middle of, like, the edges. Like, if you make rivers, always have them the same size. Because it doesn't matter if you make them... If you make them, like, angled, if you make them straight and stuff like that. As long as you have them end in the middle and have the same size, and you will be able to make it however you want. I don't know why, but like, I am really a creative ass person. The problem is like allowing me to do shit like that. I'm like, I have been looking at Pinterest while not while I work, but like at the break. Also, speaking of break, the ad is done. I'm like checking like, oh, how do you do this shit? And like, how does this look? Like, I've started doing shit like that recently. I really want to like get some STLs. 3D models for Frostgrave, so I can like 3D print minis and like play some of that. Because getting the minis, like when you do with Warhammer, is such a pain in the ass. Why? Because if I basically want to do... I don't know if you watch this stuff, but I recommend Black Magic Craft. Hold on, give me a second. It's really good. Give me. I don't know if I actually watched that. Give me a second, I'm gonna check this. It wouldn't surprise me if I've seen them, just because like I've been watching stuff in the background. Because sometimes I just find random shit and I end up like, oh yeah, watch this stuff. I don't think I recognize his stuff though. You know what, I'm gonna just do sub on him here and I can just check that later on. Because for some reason, I'm really interested in stuff like this. As long as I have something creative, I'm just like, oh yeah, I want to like create my own shit here. Because yeah, like with me and rules for games, sometimes I'm very like take it easy with stuff like that. For example, I read, as I said, I have the book of like Frostgrave. And in that it basically says like, okay, in this scenario you need some places. And yeah, on what I saw in the thumbnails, he does really make cool stuff, I'm not gonna lie there. I haven't watched anything of his, I think. But from the thumbnails, yeah, it actually looks neat. But yeah, like, you need, for example, the main objective and some extra stuff. But whenever I watch images of how people make stuff, it's like so much more alive. And it's like, yeah, they just don't have one objective. They have the objective, which is meant for a scenario, but also all the random shit, like trees, like broken housings and stuff like that. It's like, it's bloody neat. Oh, she wants to murder her. Oh, fair enough. So he told her, and now she knows where the secret room is. I tried to talk down Bookworm, who looks ready to leap at Downtown's throat. Who wouldn't? Yeah, modular maps have been getting more and more popular the past few years. Yeah, but I kinda like the idea as well, because like, I have seen some people having this big ass, like some just have mats. Mats is fine. I've been playing like one war game on one of those mats. Like, I think it was like World War II or something like that. Funny enough, no one won. Because I won by basically blowing up the bridge. It wasn't fully blown up, but that would take so much longer time to be like fixed. Either that or I couldn't actually blow it up. But that would mean like I could win, but also couldn't win. So we just said it was a tie, because they could still win, but I managed to do the bridge, so like, fine. But like, those who basically make like hills, forests, like lakes and stuff, like most of those, especially in the beginning of much stiff stuff, has big ass boards. Like I know my neighbor had just a little grassy hill and nothing else on it basically. I don't know, sugar cube castle or something, I'm not even joking. And like, that was a big ass board, you have to walk around with that. Modular though. That means you can put it together however you want, but also store it very easily. I can't believe Downtown got Mystic to tell her the location of the hidden passage. It must have been during the hug, right before she fled. The cameras didn't pick up sound, but it was a blind spot. We've been played all this time. But at the same time, like modular stuff in gaming, especially like wargaming or anything like where there's no set board like Monopoly and stuff, is really good, because you might just have like 5 pieces. But even with just 5 pieces, you can build like how many different things.
八つ崎港によって死んだ老子探偵やうちに殺された研究員のみんなや魔界探偵みたいに殺そうと思えばいくらでも殺せる。八つ崎港の手のひらの上で転がされていたことがよーくわかったかな。とっても。
Everyone goes quiet. Along with the enemy's goal was to find that hidden passageway. No wondering their focus wasn't killing us. That was never their intention to begin with. What if the secret passage has traps as well? They would be dead themselves. I berate myself with every fiber of my being for not noticing sooner.
君は隠し通路の場所を知っているんだろう。なら話は簡単だ。無理やりにでも場所を吐かせてやる。容赦しないから覚悟するといい。
It is really bad when he says it, because he really does. I just feel like he is about like torment her, to be honest.
めちゃくちゃかっこいいこと言うじゃん。うちが脳みそ空っぽなら惚れちゃいそうだよ。ま、もう手遅れなんだけどね。
As she speaks, Downton reaches into her sleeve, and some kind of liquid splashes onto the floor. Within seconds, white steam begins to rise from the ground.
この化学反応、まさか。皆さん逃げてください。渋谷さんは薬剤を混ぜ合わせることで毒ガスを作り出したんです。
さすが科学ちゃん、いい勘をしてるじゃん。早く部屋から出ていかないとあんたら全滅だよ。まあ隠し通路を発見しない限りどうせ時間の問題だけどね。
皆さん絶対にガスを吸わないでください。一吸いでもしたら後遺症が残るかもしれません。
So she's not afraid to basically do this herself either. That is worrisome.
ここにいたらすぐにガスが充満してしまいますわ。リーダーである私についていらっしゃい。
Push rushes out of the room, blazing the path forward. As I attempt to follow her, I hear a certain someone's voice echoing through my head.
気にするな。同志の命を救うのは当然だろう。
Is this fake?
だが、これだけは覚えておいてくれ。人間の恐怖心はいつだって真実をぼやかしてしまう。
What if this is just smoke? Literally smoke and mirrors.
私もかつて恐怖心にとらわれ、大きな失敗を犯した。だからこそ今では、超自然的なオカルトじみた事件にも立ち向かえるよう知識を磨いている。一見打開できない状況にも必ず巧妙は指す。探偵にとって何より大切なのは恐怖に抗い、真
Either she's
実を追
finally
求しよ
going
うと
down
す
in a
る意
blaze
志
of
なのだ。
glory, she's taking an antidote, or it's not poison, just acid or something to create the vapors. Probably because it's as we remember now, we were about to basically just scramble for help while the spikes came up. But if we hadn't just taken the breath and gone up to the table, we would have been dead.
焦っちゃダメだ。こういう時こそ冷静に真実を。
I mumble as if trying to convince myself.
なんで逃げないわけ？マジで死ぬよ、無能先輩。
殺すつもりにしてはやり方が露骨すぎると思ったんだ。まるで部屋から逃げ出せって言ってるみたいじゃないか。僕らの逃げ道はどうせ隠し通路しかない。そんな僕らをこの部屋から追い出そうとするってことは。
Poison gas is fake. Oh. Nope, that was not it. Whoops.
僕らの逃げ道はどうせ隠し通路
Okay,
し
so
か
the
ない。
mechanism is in this
そんな
room.
僕らをこの部屋から追い出そうとするってことは、この部屋に仕掛けがあるってことだ。魔界さんがこの部屋を調べるのにこだわっていたことからも、それはよくわかる。
先
So the
輩
poison
って
gas
想
is
像
not
力
fake.
豊かだね。
Or it either is fake, but it has no
それ
meaning.
どうすればこの部屋に隠し通路が開くのかな、教えてよ。
いや、この部屋に隠し通路はないと思う。魔界さんは罠部屋ではなくてリビングに集まるよう指示を出していたからね。きっと罠部屋に集まらないことにも理由があったんだ。
Fair enough, actually.
罠部屋で仕掛けを見つけたのに、その真下のリビングに集まる理由。その理由があるとしたら一つだけだよ。そう、罠部屋の仕掛けを解くことで隠し通路が開くのは。
Okay, interesting.
そう、リビングだ。隠し通路は罠部屋の仕掛けによってリビングに出来上がる仕様だったんだよ。
Huh, that's interesting.
そして罠部屋の仕掛けといったら一つしか考えられない。リビングに隠し通路が出来上がる条件は。
The trap is active? I would guess the trap is active, right?
罠の作動中だ。隠し通路はおそらくこの部屋の罠が作動している間だけ開通する仕様だったんだ。だからこそ君はさっさと逃げるように言ったんだね。まさかこの状況でリビングに向かおうとする人
Yeah,
はいな
because
いから。
if it activates and there's only one sort of activation in this whole room, it must
部
be
屋
the
から出し
trap.
てしまえば誰も隠し通路を見つけられる人はいなくなる。
The door didn't make
や
sense.
けになっ
Yeah.
たと思わせながら
Like, sure, when the door closes, trap
僕らを演技
activates.
で
So
コントロールしよう
technically
としてみせ
both
たん
is the
だ。
same, but Yeah, mostly because of the trap.
違うかな、渋谷さん。
ご名答。この罠まで見破るなんてやるじゃん、無能先輩。マジでこの数日でびっくりするくらい成長したよね。いや、こんなことなら手助けしなきゃよかったわ。うちの最大。
Oops, sorry. With a carefree smile, Downton laughs. As we speak, the room continues to fill with gas. I'm feeling dizzy. I may have already inhaled some of it. There really isn't any time to spare.
話はいいから、君も一緒に隠し通路へ逃げよう、渋谷さん。君だってここで死ぬ気はないんだろ。
干渉うっざ。うちの事情も知らないくせに黙っててよ。
君の目的は知らない。だけどここまでの悲劇を引き起こさなきゃいけない何かがあったことはわかるよ。ホームズさんを失った時、君が僕を支えてくれたみたいに、今度は僕が
I
君を支
cannot
え
feel
る
in
よ。
a sense it's a mistake to try and help her.
一緒に行こう、渋谷さん。
But I can't understand it the same way because she has helped him for a lot.
あの子に似てんだよ。
Downton covers her mouth and coughs. From behind her hand, blood begins to drip.
渋谷さん、早く逃げないと、本当に。
I reach out, but the poisonous cloud surrounding her has already gotten too thick to approach. She'll die if we don't do anything soon. So she is actually fine with it, and it is poisonous gas.
バカだね。吸っただけでもヤバいガスが肌についたらもう助かんないに決まってんじゃん。因果応報ってやつっしょ。殺人鬼にふさわしい死に様だね。
Also, poison is an interesting thing. Not all poisons are deadly, and you can even use poison as medicine in correct doses or in incorrect circumstances. Yeah, fair enough.
渋谷殿、早くこちらへ来るのだ。
武装さん、大和さん。
I do love we're still trying to help her, though. Although the two had gone ahead, but there they are next to me, calling downtown with all their might.
てめえは最低なことをした。報いを受けて当然だ。だけどな、死んじまったら終わりだろうが。死ぬことは償いにならねえぞ、この野郎。
大和殿の言う通りだ。科学殿なら解毒剤だって作れるかもしれないぞ。早くこちらへ来るのである。
Well, you're detectives, not killers. That is fair. That's absolutely fair. But the way they really try to help her a lot is like.
最後まで生きることを諦めちゃダメだ。早くこっちへ来てよ。
無能先輩。
For the first time, utter confusion shows through downtown's carefree facade.
なんだよ。うちはあんたたちを裏切って傷つけて仲間をたくさん殺したってのにさ。
It's way too exciting to stop. I'm gonna have to stop soon. Just like supper and just chill until I like just go to bed for work tomorrow.
してくれるんだよ。
責任を追求したって仕方がない。今必要なのはこれからどうするかを考えることだ。僕が自分を責めている時に君が言ってくれた言葉だよ、渋谷さん。君が犯した罪のことなんて後で話せばいい。これからどうするかを話すためにも早くこっちへ来てよ、渋谷さん。
Downtown cackles fitfully. The tone of her laughter has shifted, utterly devoid of its former sweetness, almost as if she's mocking herself.
マジで甘ちゃんだな。泣きたくなるくらい甘ちゃんだよ。
渋谷さん。
Blood streams from her eyes now. Like tears, it runs down her cheeks. Jesus.
そんな甘ちゃん揃いだから いいようにされちゃうんだっつうの。今のあんたたちじゃあのイカレ野郎には絶対に勝てないね。だから頑張ったご褒美に、うちの友達が八つ咲き校のせいで死んだことも、うちがこの手で魔界探偵やこの島のみんなを殺したことも、八つ咲き校のせいで老子探偵は死んだ。魔界探偵はうちが殺した。そして今からうちも死ぬ。その意味をしっかり考えるといいよ。
I don't know. He's a weirdo.
何を言ってるんだよ。生きることを諦めちゃダメだ。他の誰が攻めたって僕が君を守るから。だから早くこっちへ。
最後までうっざいな。本当にうざすぎ。でもね、もう一度あの子に会えたみたいで悪くない気分だったよ。うちが言えたことじゃないけどさ、先輩はちゃんと生き残ってよね。死ぬのって思ったよりもずっとこう。
渋谷さん。
Well, she's gone.
無能殿、これ以上近づくのはまずいのであ
I don't
る。
know what I think about putting a typical by the power of friendship type of main character in a game like this. Fair enough, to be honest. Fair enough, to be honest, but unlike many other, like, by the power of friendship we will actually win, this is more like, I hope it will work, but well, for right now, for example, it did not work. It's obvious that I'm too late. It doesn't matter if I run to her now, I won't be able to save her. But still, I can't bear leaving her in this room by herself.
行くぜ、無能の兄さん。
Of course, she's the one just dragging us out of here. Radu grabs me by the scruff and hauls me toward the exit by force.
大和さん、渋谷さんをあのままには。
No, she just has the same personality as we has.
あいつは最後に言ったぜ。生き残れってな。
Yeah, but I thought more about how he was all I'll protect you after all
あい
this.
つの発言は嘘ばっかりだったかもしれねえが、あれだけは本心だろ。兄さんは最後の最後に本当の渋谷を引き出したのさ。あいつの分まで生きようぜ、兄さん。あいつが考えられなかったこれからのことを俺たちで考えるんだ。
ありがとう、大和さん。
With that, we leave the trap room. Just as I deducted earlier, the door begins to shut the moment I get let go of it.
じれったい。このままでは毒ガスがすぐに漏れ出てきてしまう。手動で閉めるのである。
As long as she lives, they can still question her later, and if saying that can give her hope to leave with them, then might as well give it a try, I guess. Yeah, it depends on how far gone she is, because as she says, she loved doing this because it actually gave her like life a meaning or something.
問題はそれよりも隠し通路の場所がわからねえことだぜ。このまま下に降りたっていずれ毒ガスが洋館中に広がって死んじまうだろ。
そうだ、隠し通路だ。
As I watched the door shut, I suddenly recalled the whereabouts of the hidden passage. I hypothesized that it would open up if the living room, but only while the trap was active.
今のうちに一
I
回
was
に
trying to save, but I can't save right now. Oh, I can't save, it's just the wrong button. I'm trying to save at least. Oh. I can't save right now. Why can't I save right now?
待つのだ、無能殿。 まだ扉を閉めていないのだぞ。
閉めなくていいよ。いや、むしろ閉めちゃダメなんだ。このままゆっくりと閉じるのがいいんだよ。
どういうことだよ。毒ガスが漏れ出てきちまうぞ。
大丈夫、漏れ出しても心配ないんだ。だって隠し通路の場所はもう分かったんだ。
I love that the hidden passage was nothing but a lie, but there actually is one.
もう早く逃げろって言ったのに。毒を除染するのってとっても大変なんですよ。ごめんなさい。
I quickly gather everyone in the living room, where we use squeaky clean, a spraying friend that Techie made to sanitize ourselves. The fact that Techie even had the contamination equipment is a testament to his reliability, Jesus Christ. Yeah, but then there is more personality question, because Rowdy wanted Downtime to get out because dying is an easy way out, which she did. Or maybe it's because she's her friend, I don't know. And us, I don't know. I guess we're just really empathic. Yeah, I think that is what us, with us at least.
先ほどから私が申し上げている通り、もう外へ逃げるほかありませんわ。この屋敷は換気扇もありませんのよ。このままでは毒で全員何万ダムですわ。
それを言うならおだぶつですと少女はスパッとツッコミを入れた。
A number of the detectives shoot frustrated looks at me. I can hardly blame them. It would be one of the things Holmes to do. It would be one thing for Holmes to do this, but I'm the lowest ranked detective here. Yeah, I'm rank 100. Why can't I save? Not to mention, I've gathered everybody in this spot while a toxic gas is threatening to kill us. They're bound to have an ocean of complaints. I can't just let the conversation stop here.
説明が後になってごめんなさい。でももうしばらくすればわかりますよ。
Why can't I save?
このリビングこそ隠し通路が隠されていた場所だったんです。
Is it because it's one of those like goddamn I'm still choosing things and because of that I can't just stop in the middle?
なんですって？
この部屋ならすでに徹底的に調べましたが何も見つかりませんでしたよ。
Yeah, we did check this room, but that was while the door upstairs was still open.
それは当然なんだ。だってこの部屋の隠し通路はわずかな時間にしか開かれない限定的なものだからね。
少女は頭に疑問符を浮かばせて困ったように首をかしげる。
もったいぶりすぎですわ。早く答えを教えなさい。上流階級は我慢が苦手
Is
な
it
のですから。
gonna be by the fireplace because that's the only thing that doesn't exist upstairs?
この上の部屋で罠が起動している時間だけです。僕にも場所は分かりませんが、よく目を凝らしてみてください。
I'm guessing fireplace. It's
ムノ君見つけた。暖炉の中に通路が開通しているよ。
nailed it. I look over where Delphol is pointing and see that the heart of the fireplace has shifted, revealing a path that leads underground.
でかしたぜ、飛躍の兄さん。早速降りてみようぜ。
人の残りが全然しない。とっても長い間誰も使っていなかったようね。
なるほど。この部屋のすぐ上は罠部屋。罠に連動して起動する仕掛けがあっても不思議じゃない。社畜さんと僕は魔界さんが罠で死ぬ時にリビングにいたのに気づけなくてすみません。
音もしない上に暖炉の床しか変化はないんだ。
That is fair. We were checking. That's so cliche. Yeah, kinda. It was like kinda obvious in the sense that that's the only place. It's always like the fireplace.
なんとも凝った設計だよね。
すごい仕掛けだよ。例の一人でに閉じる扉もきっとこの隠し通路のための設計なんだと思う。すぐに閉じてしまう扉だと隠し通路が開いている間にリビングへたどり着けない。扉が閉じるまでに猶予があるからこそリビングの変化を確認して隠し通路に気づくことができるんだ。
はあ、よく考えられた設計であるな。
そのような奇妙な仕掛けを解明するとは、やっぱり無能殿はすごいのである。
いや、魔界さんが気づいて僕たちに手がかりを残していてくれなかったら、僕らはまた魔界さんに助けられたんだ。
Well, that's good. Trembling, Bookworm gently places her hand in mine and squeezes it silently. Missy was killed for figuring out how to uncover the hidden passage. But the information he left behind saved us all. Missy was able to protect others until the end, like a true detective.
よっしゃ、いつ通路が閉じちまうかわからねえんだ。俺が先陣を切ってやるぜ。待ってヤマトさん、最初の地下通路みたいに罠があるかもしれないから。
One by one, the detective entered the passage through the fireplace, with Rowdy and Doleful in the lead. Only Bookworm, Armor, and I remain.
文学さん、一緒に行こう。
She nods silently, as I grip her hand and we head to the passage as a pair. Armor, however, doesn't move with us.
すまない。少し野暮用を思い出したのである。
What are you going to fulfill? I am worried.
野暮用って、そんな時間ないよ。早く通路に入らなきゃ。
心配ご無用である。すでに通路の場所は分かったのだから、こじ開けてでも通ってみせるのである。
Wait, what do you mean by go back? Are you talking about the text? Oh, he's going back. I don't know for what reason, but I guess. Well, probably, but that would be a bad idea. Armor dashes out of the room. What could he possibly have to do at a time like this?
彼は無駄にタフですし、きっと大丈夫でしょう。通路の入り口につっかえ棒でもして先へ行きましょう。
Wouldn't surprise me if he actually did, but still. We move again towards the passageway. There's a ladder within that we can use to climb down. With Bookworm as my guide, I head down the ladder first. I move one rung at a time into the gloom. It's too dark to see, and as I proceed, Downtown's dying face flashes in my mind. The funny part is, that was one of the biggest things we wanted to actually stop happening. Because that's like what happened to everyone technically. Well, if we didn't stop it, but it still happened to her. Downtown died smiling without even revealing her true self. She cheered me up when I was down, she showed pure rage against the quartering Duke, and she mocked her fellow detectives. Then right before her death, she told me to make it out here alive. Wonder if that had been the real Downtown. I never learned what the issue she was dealing with, why she joined forces with the quartering Duke, or her true thoughts about her friend. My inadequacies leave me utterly disappointed in myself.
そう簡単に全てを知ることができたなら、探偵はみんな廃業だよ、ワト君。
Fair enough. Holmes appears right next to me in the darkness.
君はその力で渋谷君による探偵同盟の毒殺を阻止してみせた。訪れる
I still can't save. Why can't I
見事に
save?
覆してみせたんだ。もっと自分を誇れ、ワト君。私だけは君が多くの命を救ったことを知っているぞ。
True, we have saved everyone, except for one.
渋谷さんは救えませんでした。あの時、エンドシーイングさえ発動していれば、毒で自殺することも防げたと思うんです。
君もこの先、身をもって痛感することになるだろうが、いくら未来が見えたところで、救えない者はいるんだよ。特に、あのような突発的な自殺の場合は、予知することも難しい。極論、人間はいつでもどこでも、
Well, that's
どのよう
dark
に
as
で
hell.
も自らの命を。
It's fair, but dark. So ultimately, there was no saving Downtown, not at a heavy side, at the overwhelming cruelty of reality. Once again, I made keenly aware of how this ability I gained from home is far from infallible.
だがワト君、渋谷君はただ死んだわけじゃない。八つ咲港事件のヒントを口にし、 君に生き残るよう伝えて死んでいった。あれは間違いなく八つ咲公も予想外の展開のはずだ。きっとこの先真相を紐解く重要な手がかりになるだろう。自分を
Fair enough.
ワト君、君は最後の最後で確かに渋谷君の心を救ってみせたんだ。
ありがとうございます、ホームズさん。
The ladder lands at an all too familiar underground passage. The other detectives keep moving. I hear their voices up ahead. Is this where the like 10 years ago happened? Why can't I still save? What the fuck? After hesitating for a while, Bookworm timidly descends the ladder.
よかった。無事に降りられたんだね。
This is the place we escaped 10 years ago.
わざわざ待っていなくともよかったのに。
そう。
余計な気遣いです。渋谷探偵のことといい、他人を気遣いすぎですよ。と言って、少女は唇を尖らせた。
Bookworm puffs her cheeks, annoyed. Did I do something wrong? I feel bad, but no matter how angry she gets, I still would have waited for her. The answer why is clear.
ごめんね、文学さん。だけど僕はできる限り、誰かのそばで、誰かと一緒に、誰かのために行動できたらいいなって思うんだよ。だって僕は、一人じゃ何もできない。無能探偵だから。
The only thing I can think of is basically have to like replay everything, which I can't speed through. Downtown was the one who gave me this name. I'm going to stick with it. If I can't do anything on my own, if I'm with someone else, I can show my worth. I have faith I can be a detective like Downtown. Okay, there we go. So this is basically, it had to end this part. Good lord. Victim, mystic detective, down one detective, bled to death in a trap room. Downtown were neurotoxin as nail polish, paralyzing mystic to kill him with a trap. Despite betraying Detective Alliance, Downtown shared a hint about the quartering Duke. In the end, what happened between them? So I got an A anyway. That's nice. I can save now. Wonderful. Jesus Christ. It still continues in the background though. God damn. But yes, I am gonna end the stream here.